Welcome, everyone, to our pregame show. Head coach Brad Beller of the state champion Washington Warriors, defending state champions. We'll talk more about what we'll do at the end of the season later on, but defending state champions for the Washington Warriors here in the 2022 season, and coming in here tonight to Reed Field to take on Vian Wolverines. Brad, let's start off with, let's go back and recap a little bit from last year. We talked about it in the radio show that we do a pregame show for you online with our Squirtle app, and but then we don't get to do one at the end after all the fun's happened.
Yeah.
We miss out on that. But a 17-14 victory over Millwood in the finals at UCO last year. A great game, Brad. That was one that both teams go score first, and then it just sort of like it's a defensive battle after that till we get down to the fourth quarter.
It was. I really thought after our first drive, the way that we moved the ball and the way that we kept them off balance and everything, that we would be able to sustain that. And even though we really doubled them up in yardage, we still didn't do that in the red zone, or we had some penalties and stuff that slowed us down. And then they go down, after that first drive, and I thought, oh, we might be in trouble. And really, other than two screens after that, we really shut them completely down. I mean, we held a Division I running back, Ricky Hunt Jr., to 39 yards, and he was in January playing at Ohio. So it was really an amazing game to watch, and two really hard-nosed football teams, gritty football teams, played it out. A lot of big plays on both sides of the ball. It was an amazing thing looking back. When you're going through it as a coach, you don't think in that way, but looking back, it's just wow. It was a very special day.
Well, and I know, I'm sure everybody was like this. We're sitting there last minutes of the game, and timeouts are called, and I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute, this is not going to work if we just call timeouts through. But it did, because you go for it on fourth down. What was your mindset of going for that on fourth down?
Well, what really happened that threw us off is we were trying to do the math, and we had it down to where we needed to bleed off 8 seconds. And so the first snap, we knew they were going to call a timeout, so we wanted him to get a little depth on the first snap just to try to cut into that 8 seconds. They call the timeout. We come back over. We basically state, listen, we're going to take a knee, but we don't have to back up anymore, and we're going to take a knee and see where it gets, get an alignment, see what happens. Well, when we snap the ball, I'm looking at the clock, and the clock doesn't start. And so now that throws off your count.
Right.
And now okay, the 8 seconds is now something else. And I look up, and Major is backing up. And but that time I'm saying stop, take a knee. Well, when he takes a knee, your brain immediately starts running through scenarios. If we punt it, do we want to punt it? We're going to have to punt it out of bounds. We had the situation week 2 in the playoffs against OCS where we had snapped the ball over our head twice. We almost had a punt blocked. We had shanked a couple punts in the game versus Millwood. And so my mind went back to the 2018 or 2019 game versus Holland Hall, where we took a knee, and they were thinking that we were just going to run the clock out. They relaxed, and then Devin Orr busted around the sideline for a first down. That immediately I looked at our coaching staff, and I said, you guys are going to have to trust me. We're going to play this thing out. And we're knowing all the time that we were going to call third down or call a timeout after third down going into fourth down. And we take another knee. I can hear the fans going nuts. And so I said, hey, whose guy is just standing there? And Nate Roberts looked at me and said, my guy's quit. And I said, okay, that's our guy. And so we tell it's going to be quarterback sweep. Cole Scott misaligns. He was not supposed to align. Offset, he was supposed to snap the ball, then get in front of him. We wanted it to look like we were just going to take a knee and make them take one shot to the end zone. Cole offsets, they don't catch it. And then Major's able to take the ball down for a first down. Even if he didn't get the first down, we felt like it was as good of a punt because the ball was snapped to him. It's in his hands. Get a few yards back. Didn't know he was going to get down to the 2. So that was the logic behind it. That when the clock didn't start, at that point it was no longer we're going to run stretch on second down or third down, and then try to, maybe punt it or run another fourth down play. We had to play it completely out, and thank the Lord that it worked.
And it did. 17-14, Warriors get their second state championship in football, and Warriors have been there numerous times,
Yep.
and finally get this one. Brad, we talked about it in your radio show. It was an electric crowd.
You could feel it. I mean, it was amazing. Just thinking about it right now just gives you, cold chills, because you could feel all that time from 1997 when we thought we were going to repeat and we didn't. We got knocked out in the second round. The 03 team that gets knocked out in the semifinals, the 05 team that gets beat by Tonkawa in the finals, on into all those other semifinal losses to O'Keene and Metro and Marlowe, and all these things just have seemed to built up for all these years. And you could feel that crowd. And the greatest thing was as soon as that clock went zero, you run out onto the field, but I just wanted to turn around, and see and see the crowd flood onto the field. And that was something that I'll never forget, because it was all of the struggle. It was all the alumni. It was all of the coaches and everything, and all the parents and everything that sacrificed all these years that got to experience that together. And I wish we could hand out rings to everyone that came through here, because they all deserve it, because we wouldn't be here without the alumni.
It was being down on the sideline as a sideline reporter. You could feel it. And the crowd standing and cheering the entire, it seemed like the entire second half. Great situation. Could set up again for this year, a rematch if how districts fall and who you have to play through the playoffs. But they've got a lot coming back. You have a lot coming back.
Millwood's still going to be right there. Coach Franklin does an unbelievable job of developing year in, year out. There's no coach I respect any more than him, just because of the things that he does discipline-wise with his program. And they're going to be in the thick of it. They're always talented, and people, I really think that that's a discredit to what they do. It's just, they're more talented than everybody. They are talented, but they do things right. And so they're going to always give themselves a chance, as long as he's the head coach there, to be in that state title game. And 2A is going to be really deep. It's going to be a fun year and an exciting year of 2A football.
Well, the gamut, the 3-week gamut is back again, Brad, and they're again with tonight Vian, next week going to Sulphur, and then Jones back home. Those three teams haven't changed. They're still going to be three great teams.
They are. Vian has a lot of the same skill positions back from last year. Going to be a very, very tough team, explosive team. Sulphur has everybody back but their quarterback. They get a Division I kid, moves in from A to 2M. Probably the fastest kid into or 3A football. Jones lost one player. That's it, off of a state semifinalist team, and they've got the most important player on their team is that quarterback, and they look extremely, extremely tough to stop on offense. Maybe one of the best offenses I've seen over the last 2 or 3 years. That it probably ranks up there with that Metro offense. How good they were, and then so you're looking at this gamut going, wow. I mean, you could be really good and maybe drop a game or two and still be a team that could play for the state championship. That's what Jones did last year. Jones started out 0-3 and met us in the state semifinals. So all these teams play a lot of tough games. We play. Jones plays Lincoln Christian. So does Vian. So, I mean, a lot of great teams are going to be playing each other in this first 3 weeks.
We'll talk about Jones here in a couple of weeks, because we've seen a lot of Jones.
Yep.
You ought to know them by name, and we've played them twice last year. Good chance we'll play them twice again. I think did we play them twice the year before?
No, just in the playoffs. We played them in 20 and 21 in the playoffs.
That's right. We played them in the semifinals. We go to the finals and then play them first game. Was it first game of the year?
Third game.
Yeah, so we played them quick. You get to keep seeing the same guys, but a great starting 3 games for the Warriors in Vian coming here tonight. It's 8 o'clock kickoff. If you're watching this at home, we'll have the game here. Kyle and TJ will be with us in a little bit. We're going to take a break and come back and talk about today's game as the Wolverines coming here to Reed Field to take on the defending state champions in Class 2A, the Washington Warriors. We'll be back right after this.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Back with the head coach of the defending state champions, Brad Beller. Brad, congratulations to you, named the high school coach of the year here in Oklahoma. Well deserved. You guys have got a great stretch, had a great stretch, and continuing a great stretch. Got great numbers out this year.
66, sorry. 66 total kids. I have a big freshman class, I think 21 freshmen. And then all those kids that are back from the last 2 years. I mean, it seems like we've had a lot of these kids on this team and said a lot of the same names for a lot of years. And so this senior class, I believe 17 seniors, and they have played in 44 games in 3 years. And a lot of schools would love to play in 44 games in 4 years. It means that they made the playoffs and maybe even won a game or made the playoffs every year. And they played in 44 and 3. And so it is impressive what this group has done and what they've been a part of and the new heights that this class has taken our football program.
Starts with your quarterback. You're going to have a senior quarterback that's played 3 years in a row. It's been a long time since you could say that. You've had somebody start at quarterback for 3 years. Yeah,
Major is a guy that is a student of the game, as talented as he is physically, running and throwing and different things like that. He really separates himself with his preparation. And he comes to every meeting. It doesn't matter what meeting. He's got a pencil and paper, and he's just jotting notes down. And he'll come to find me in class. Hey, did you see this? What about this? And he is constantly, just wanting to learn the game. And he knows his role is not just to win it by himself. It's to get the ball to the playmakers, trust his offensive line to do their job in the run game and protection, and he has done it as well as anybody ever has.
Well, you've seen him in games. You talk about get it to your playmakers. He can make plays. We've seen at Jones last year. Was it 99 yards he goes?
99 yards. It was a play that we hadn't run much just because
on third down.
We hadn't ran much because we were honestly trying to protect him a little bit early in the year. He had some injuries and different things like that. Hamstring. He ended up not getting to play after the Jones game because of his hamstring. So we're trying to keep him healthy, but he goes 99 in a crucial situation where we're deep in their their territory. So and then fast forward to the playoffs, and all of a sudden Idabel struggles stopping the inside run game, so they pinch everything, and then in Jones we pull it, and he has almost 200 yards rushing along with Cole Scott. So it's a very whenever he runs the ball, it adds a dynamic to our offense that we ultimately need, that we hope that we don't have to run him a ton early in the year, but if need be, he is there.
You mentioned Cole Scott. He's playing at Friends.
Yes.
Friends University in Kansas. So going to see some pretty familiar faces back there. Nobody brand new. You've got a couple of good guys that can replace him.
Yeah, Hudson Howard and Cade Norman are two backs that have set behind Cole Scott that are fully capable of being really good. Cole's he's a college football player, right. And so just like Cole set behind Chase Allison, and they wait in the wings and then they're ready to roll and they burst onto the scene. And Hudson Howard and Cade Norman. Cade Norman has been a playmaker until he broke his collarbone last year. Was one of the best wide receivers that we had at the time. And so Cade is going to play everywhere. Hudson was one of the top linebackers we had last year, and now he's going to play running back. So really a lot of the same names, moving different positions or having to play a larger role. And so Kingston Stringer is a new name that will have to take over for an All-Stater in Caleb Bruce at the center position, but he's surrounded by guys that have played in a lot of football games. And then you got your two big tight ends, Nate Roberts, Cooper Alexander. On the outside, you have Mason Singletary and Cage Morris that are two big receivers coming back, along with the newcomer in Max Wilson that moved in. and then you have your slot receivers that need to come into the game, the little bitty brothers and the two Thomas brothers. And Dawson and Mason are really, really athletic. So we have a ton of depth on the offensive side of the ball, and so we're going to have to make sure that we don't get greedy. We understand what's going to be, what it takes for the team to move the football and make plays when it's time for you to make plays.
You're missing on defense. We'll go there now. You're missing a great defensive end for you last year in Hayden Milner, but other side of the line, there was another good defensive end.
Nathan Spaulding is a kid that you can't outwork him. You can't work him. Matter of fact, he'll complain if you don't work him hard enough. He is just a very hard-working guy that his motor runs, and that's what made him and Hayden, is they both had motors that seemed to never run out of gas, except for early in the season last year. They ran out of gas in some of the heat and everything,
right.
but whenever they settle in and they get into that game mode and everything, they cannot be stopped. And Hayden, All-Stater, just a dynamic player for us for so many years. But surrounding coming back, Hayden broke his collarbone last year. Kane Lampkin stepped into a role last year, played a great role. Baylor Haynes will play some defensive end. We've even moved some linebackers that can give us some versatility, like Kelton Schultz did a few years ago, and Jordan Kilmer and Case Alexander, that can be an outside backer, walked up attached defensive end, and moved Kane Lampkin to the inside. Lane Taylor and Wyatt Denton at the two inside guys. Case Taylor's coming back from an injury that can play linebacker, which will allow Hudson to focus more on offense with Keller Howard. And then at the outside backer position, Jake Coles was a mainstay last year. Mason Thomas is going to have to fill a huge, huge role that Ben Vaughn until he comes back from shoulder surgery. So definitely that front seven can be great. We just got to have some guys step up and do their job and everything. And then in the secondary, we're fast. We're short. It's funny, as tall as we are on the skill positions offensively, we're really short. I think Mason Singletary might be the tallest guy in our defensive backfield. Max Wilson will play there as well. But you got Cole Beller, Cade Norman, and Dawson Thomas at the safeties, Tatum Wilk and Tanner Olson at the two corner positions, along with Max Wilson and Singletary. And so not real tall, real fast. They will bite your ankles in a hurry and get you on the ground. And if you don't believe me, you can go up and ask Andy Bass from Heritage Hall, that's one of the top players in the state. Dawson Thomas takes him to the ground in open field the other last week. So it's going to be a fun, fast, aggressive defense that we'll put on the field this year.
Well, that's one thing that Washington's always known for, is playing aggressive and hitting people. They're not going to shy away from anybody.
Well, I think in the last 2 years combined, in 30 games, we've averaged 9.8, only given up 9.8 yards per, or 9.8 points per game in the last 30 games. That's impressive.
Yeah.
That is very impressive. And so, we to live up to that, we really got to buy into. I've got to do my job for the team, and you got to trust the team to do their job around you. And so, if they will continue to buy into that, we'll be really good defensively.
Let's talk real quick about your coaching staff. Brad talked about you being Coach of the Year, but you've still got your defensive coordinator in Jeff Colbeth, and you've added a couple of new coaches.
Coach K, if I could take the saw and cut that plaque in half, it would definitely go to Coach K. He's been a mainstay here for me. I don't see him as a defensive coordinator or assistant coach. I see him as a head coach. He helps me whenever he knows I'm struggling. He can read me just like I can read him. We play off of each other pretty well. You lose Coach LeBeth, that was here since 2010. You hired both of us the same year, and he's taking care of his family, which is where he needs to be. And we wish him the best of luck and hope that he stays around. We still call him and bug him about some technical difficulties that we'll run into. But the staff that we have, Coach Pybus, Taylor Pybus, a Ringling guy, knows his football. He knows high school football as good as anybody. He was in the softball ranks last year. We were able to help get him over here this year with the addition of some new staff members to the softball team. And he's going to coach our tight ends, and he was an all-state tight end himself. And then Coach Blake Johnson from Seminole, 16-year defensive coordinator under Coach Snyder, Hall of Fame coach, and he brings a ton of experience. He is a good balance for Coach K and I that are just let's go, and he'll slow us down and be more thorough and bounce some ideas off of him, and we can now rely on him to help with the game plan. So great coaching staff. The best thing about these guys is they love kids, and they're not in it for themselves, and they work hard. So really good coaching staff that I think with those two new additions to what we've already had over the years is going to be good.
Brad, let's wrap it up and get ready for kickoff. Let's talk about keys to victory tonight over the Vian Wolverines in the heat tonight.
In the heat, that's it. We've got to play to our depth. I think that's a big thing that we have to do is rotations, staying hydrated, staying fresh. I know that that's not the old school guys mentality of you play it all out and you're better shape than them. But if we can use our depth and we can wear a guy down to 80%, and then we can put another guy, wear him down when our starter can come back in the game fresh, it's even more of a disparity, and more of a gap between our starter and the other team. So we've got to use our depth. We didn't do that last year against Vian. We have to do that this year. On offensive side of the ball, we have to just take care of the football. Don't get greedy. Just make the plays that need to be made. And defensively, we've got to get their playmakers, and they have 3 or 4 of them that can make plays at any point. We've got to get them on the ground.
All right, Brad, looking forward to this year as, again, the Warriors, the defending state champions in Class 2A, staying in 2A. We'll talk more about that later, but the Warriors for the next 2 years will be in Class 2A as well. So lots of good things to be looking forward to, but it all starts right here at Reed Field tonight. As soon as we have a commercial break, Kyle and TJ will join me, and we'll have more of the pregame right here from Reed Field. For the coach, Brad Beller, I'm Stuart McPherson. We'll talk with the coach again next week, getting ready for a trip down to Sulphur to take on the Bulldogs. Stay with us. We'll be back with more right here from Reed Field.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Welcome, Warrior fans, to Reed Field, where your reigning Class 2A state champions are set to take on the Vian Wolverines in a rematch of the first week of the season last year, where your Warriors came away with a 39-24 win over Vian in Vian last season. Warriors coming off of an undefeated state championship run last year, Kyle, and what a season it was. Return a lot of firepower from that offense as well.
Yeah, only had 5 or 6 seniors last year that graduated, so we've got mostly everybody back. Jackson Hendricks, free safety. Cole Scott, a running back. We're definitely going to miss him. Hayden Milner, Braden Arthur, Caleb Brucey, and Nathan Rainey. So we're definitely going to miss them guys, but TJ, this team, man, we talked about it last year, how many returning starters after that state championship game ended that we are going to have back, and this team is going to be explosive, man. I said it earlier, we weren't even live, but man, I haven't even gone to a scrimmage. Like, I want to see this team how it's supposed to be on firsthand, and we're going to see it tonight, bud.
Now you see the seniors walk out to the center of the field. Easton Berglund, Major Cantrell, Cooper Alexander, and Nathan Spalding, the captains this year. Speaking of Major Cantrell, he's got a chance to do something special tonight. He might break, if he's able to break the 90-yard passing mark tonight, he will become the all-time leading passer in Washington history, a 3-year starter, starting since he was a sophomore. And we mentioned some of the weapons he has to pass to. Cooper Alexander, one of those, Iowa State commit, and Nate Roberts, who was a Notre Dame commit and just recently decommitted, but he's had an offer from every program in the country. As we head down to our man on the field, Stuart McPherson. Stuart, the sun setting kind of made it feel a little bit cooler out there, huh?
For who? You guys sitting in the press box in the air conditioning?
Yeah, we've had shade the entire time.
I don't think so. It's still hot down here. I'm sweating, guys, and I'm in shorts and a polo shirt.
Got a hoodie on.
I'm hot. I was going to check real quick. There is a little breeze, so it's going to help some. And I tell you what's going to help the most, guys, is the depth of this Washington Warrior team, because they have 66 guys on the roster. Now, I don't know if all 66 tonight are suited out. I looked at the Vian roster. They have 35 on the roster, and they're young, especially up front. I think you're going to see a big game out of Spalding tonight. He's going to get after this young quarterback, and in this 97 degree heat,
well,
it'll help having the depth.
Not 3 digits, so that's good. Yes, you talk about that depth in the running backs for the Warriors. Now, Hudson Howard and you got Cade Norman. Cade Norman,
he put Norman in a little bulldozer pack.
Well, he slimmed down this summer, and he's got that speed that he was showing off in his sophomore year. And of course, Hudson Howard, a little scat back in the backfield, can't hardly find him, but he's got speed, burn, and Cole Scott will be missed. He's playing now at Friends University in Central Kansas, and he definitely had a great career here. But don't be surprised if Hudson Howard, now he was 24 last year, he's going to be wearing number 5 tonight. Don't be surprised if you see a lot of him as the Washington Warriors take the field.
Washington Warriors.
Hey, TJ, going back to what Stuart was talking about, that depth, man. I was talking to a guy at work this week and talked about, man, we didn't have a single guy last year that went both ways. And that is something that I know Coach Beller prided on last year, of having the depth of the guys, going one way. But man, Washington football in previous years has never. I know when I played, we had our whole team went both ways, man.
Yeah, you look at those tight ends, Nate Robertson and Cooper Alexander. They have the ability to be high-level defensive ends, and they only have to play offense. Now they at the end of the year, last year in the state tournament or state championship run, they were playing some in that state championship game, and so I would look to see a lot of that later on this year too. But they're fortunate to have this depth, and they're going to be able to use it and use it often. Again, you look at this sideline, and it's stretched from 20-yard line to 20-yard line with red jerseys, and you got to love that for your program, for Coach Beller.
And faces down there. You got some popsicle faces down there. Might be some moms coming off the field, riding up their son, senior son.
Right. A big senior class too for these Warriors that have played in 3 state championship games, 2 silver balls and a gold one last year. They're looking to repeat this year as we get ready to start this 2023 season.
One thing that really is a big plus, Coach Beller brought it up in his coaching shows, these guys have played in 44 ball games in 3 years.
That's a lot of games. That's
lots of games.
Yeah, that's 4 seasons in a normal
in 3 years.
Yeah. Back to receive is a new face, Max Wilson, 17, a highly touted receiver. He's got some prospects at the D1 level. I think UNLV is on him. And then it looks like number 21, Dawson Thomas, had a pretty good year before getting injured in the Jones game. Nice kickoff by Vian as Max Wilson takes it at the 20. Finds a seam, makes a man miss, and gets tripped up at the 39-yard line. And he immediately makes an impact, Kyle, as he wears Washington Warrior jersey for the first time.
Yeah, I had one guy to beat their 15, Tristan Wiley, ended up coming in with the stop there. if he didn't make that tackle, he might have been gone. You talk about him and being a big-time return man this year, and seeing it right there off the get-go. Big-time return, good field position for this high-powered Warrior offense to start out here to start the game.
Starting at quarterback is number 10, Major Cantrell, the senior, 3-year starter, and he has a lot of weapons to throw to. We mentioned Max Wilson. You have the 2 tight ends that are D1 caliber, and then Cage Morris on the outside as they come out with 3 receivers to the right. And they send number 5, Hudson Howard, in motion, hand it off to him up the left side. Makes a couple guys miss, ends up stepping out of bounds. Nice spin move by Howard. 1-yard gain, but could have been a 3-yard loss. Good job by Howard to get as many yards as he could on that play.
Yeah, Brad, little different set here, man. You've seen those tight ends bunched up, have Nate Roberts spread out wide here. Saw Howard there, just handed off to the side there, stepped out of bounds. Could have been a big pickup for the Warriors, but Warriors will reset here, 2nd down and about 8.
Warriors come out with tight ends on each end of the line, fake the handoff, throw it to Nate Roberts up the middle, and he plunges forward over the 50-yard line into Vian territory at the 49. The Warriors will have their first down of the season.
You're going to see that a lot this year, TJ. Nate Roberts and Cooper Alexander, big targets to hit. You know, I don't know if I was a quarterback if I wanted to any bigger targets to give looks to over the middle.
Handoff goes to Hudson Howard up the middle. Line pushes it forward, close to a 5-yard gain. No, you're right. Those 2 tight ends. You know, Coach Beller talked about maybe having the best. He might have the best tight end room in the state, regardless of what level. I'm talking about D1 too. You have 2 Division I tight ends, and then you'll see, I'm sure later on tonight, Cooper Alexander, his brother Case, a good-looking specimen himself. He's only a freshman. He might end up being better than Big Brother. Cantrell fakes the handoff, steps up in the pocket, throws it deep to number 1. Mason Singletary on the post is just outside his arms, and will bring up a 3rd down and about 6.
Had Singletary open there over the middle. Hey, I was going to go to this. Mason Singletary and Cage Morris. Got 2 guys that stepped up big time last year, filled some big roles as juniors and coming in as seniors this year. Going to look to go to them a lot this year.
Yeah, Mason. He was a guy that just kind of looks like he isn't going to get much, and he would catch a little screen pass and make something happen as Cantrell rolls out to the right, throws it to Nate Roberts, and it is just out of bounds. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6, and be an interesting decision here. Stuart, what do you think they do?
They're going to go for it. There's no doubt. Cantrell just came straight to the sideline after he threw the incompletion, but that's what I know.
Yeah, the special teams comes in. Again, a stout defense about to come on the field here for the Warriors.
Hey, Stuart, being a long-time official, so when did official shorts become legal here in high school?
When it's 100 degrees at kickoff.
That is true. Looks like a summer league basketball scrimmage going on out here. Tatum Wilt set the punt for the Warriors. Back to receive is number 2, Mason Wright. That name sounds familiar. He is related to Kenyatta Wright as he makes a man miss, and he's going up the sideline down the left side. Gets a block. Looks like it might be blocking the back as he is tackled by number 44 for the Warriors, Jordan Kilmer at the 41.
Yeah, gonna have a big time block in the back there. Fans thought it was a pretty intense hit there, but it was definitely a block in the back by the quarterback Riley Ellis.
Mason Wright was just a freshman last year for the Vian Wolverines, and he had a great season. Again, I believe he's the nephew of Kenyatta Wright. His cousins were the Wright brothers, the Wright twins that I believe are playing at OSU now. So some good bloodlines in there as the Wolverines will start their first possession at the 22-yard line.
Got a new quarterback, Ellis, coming in this year. Had Ramos last year, if you remember back to game 1. Ramos, pretty salty back there in the backfield. Big-time baseball recruit, had a good arm. So we'll see what Ellis has to bring here for this Vian offense.
Ellis going with the keeper, and he is tripped up by number 4, Cole Beller. And Cole Beller has been a stalwart in that backfield in the secondary, excuse me, for the Warriors. Wearing that number 4, if you remember, the Sanchez, Jackson Sanchez, looks just like him down there.
I was going to say, maybe the same height.
Yeah, and not afraid to step up and hit somebody. Excuse me, I got to do this for my boy racing. It's Sanchez. And so Cole Beller making that tackle, a sure guy to make tackles throughout the season. Starting at the other safety spot is 33, Cade Norman. Wilk, and looks like number 2, Tanner Olson at the corner spots. Run up the middle, goes for none for right as Keller Howard, older brother Hudson Howard. They'll make the tackle. Line for the Warriors. Number 23, Nathan Spalding. Number 74, Wyatt Denton. Number 24, that'd be Kane Lampkin. And number 54, LT. He told me he wanted to be called LT today in class. So LT with the tackle there.
I was about to say a lot of familiar faces last year, TJ. Big dogs in the middle right there filling it up, and you're going to hear their name a lot this year.
Well, Nathan Spalding is a beast at that defensive end position. He collapsed a little too early as Ellis takes the zone read and runs it up past the 40-yard line, gets the first down at the 46 for the Wolverines. Ellis, a good-looking quarterback there, a sophomore. They are young. Wolverines, again, last year, Kyle, if you remember, the Warriors had a chance to blow this game wide open, and Wolverines kept hanging around. And there's a lot of talent on this Wolverine team. They're young, but Stewart, you know, with the new breakdown of the classifications, they're going to be a second class in 2A, and Vian, in my opinion, next year will be the favorite to win that.
It'll be close. There are a bunch of sophomores out there right now.
Yeah, so next year as juniors and seniors, they'll be one of the favorites. High formation for the Wolverines. They hand it off to the fullback up the middle. About a 1-yard gain. There is a flag on the play.
Not sure what that could be other than a hole. I mean, the play was pretty much bunched up in the middle there.
No, face mask. Well, and again, Stewart being a former official, these first couple weeks of the regular season, there's a bunch of little mistakes that ended up happening with all these excitement in the new season, right?
Yeah, it's just, again, first time you're hitting other people and where it means something. Just a 5-yard face mask, that's okay.
First down and 3 for the Wolverines, 6:47 to go in the first quarter. Ellis comes out in the pistol. Hands off to Peyton Johnson, 6'1", 220 pounds fullback.
Swallowed up by Case Taylor, 11, just closing in there. They'll buy in. They've had some success this drive with the run game, but this Warrior D is starting to key in.
Well, Case, a kid that got injured early last year, that played a lot as a sophomore, he's looking to make his impact felt early this season. Had a good sophomore season. I remember that CCS game where he played well. Ellis takes the handoff and runs to the right and is able to get past the first down marker. And again, this first quarter is moving quickly. 5:55 to go in the quarter. Vian's really attacking that ground game. Not even had a single pass attempt, Kyle.
I'll tell you what, TJ Ellis, we talked about him earlier, but man, he's just being a sophomore. He's pretty quick. They've been running this option read quite a bit, and he's got some speed to him and able to pick up some first downs here, keep Vian alive on this first drive of the ball game.
5'8", 185 pounds. He hands it off to number 7, Drayton Fletcher, and he tries to get to the outside, and he does. And he is pushed out of bounds. And this Wolverine rushing game is really giving the Warriors fits.
Really going to have 2 holds there, one on Spalding, and wasn't sure who the other one was, but 2 flags came out at the same time. Going to push Vian back just a little bit here on first down.
Now they were holding Spalding out here on this end. That one ran right in my lap.
Yeah, you got to watch out there.
Thought I was going to have to jump the fence.
5:30 to go in the first quarter, 0-0 in this matchup of two quality programs. Washington coming off of a state championship run. They move the ball back to the 48-yard line of Washington.
First and 20.
Be first down and 20 for the Wolverines. That was going to keep it. Tries to get to the outside, and looks like number 33, Cade Norman, there to make the tackle after about a 5-yard gain. We'll go ahead and take our first Purcell Vision Source instant replay of this. See if we remember how to do this. Been a while, a little late.
Figured it out, 9:30.
Got to give a shout out to Scott and Stephanie Mendel for providing that for us last year. Again, the sponsors that we have that allow this to be free to the public. 6-yard gain makes it 2nd and 14 as the handoff goes to right. Looks like there's going to be a procedure penalty here.
Yeah, they're going to have number 5, Jacob Brannick, moving just a little bit early there. A little false start, back him up 5.
Go against the Wolverines.
2nd down and about 20 here. Let's see if my math's right. 2nd down and 19.
That's close.
1
close
yard
enough.
off. We'll call that good.
Ball's at the 48-yard line. 2nd down, 20.
Speaking of Mr. Sanchez,
see out there,
I
yeah?
just heard his voice. Sanchez.
2nd and 20 as the Wolverines attempt their first pass attempt. Blitzed by the Warriors by number 22. That is Case Alexander. We mentioned him earlier, playing some defensive end. He's able to create some pressure and make it a 3rd down and long for the Wolverines.
Yeah, good job, Alexander there closing in, and then Lampkin swallowing that one up. Good stop right there. Bring up 3rd down. Probably Purcell here for Vian. We'll see if they can convert here on 3rd down.
I know Lampkin had a pretty good offseason. Their coaches have been impressed with him at that defensive end position. Only a junior. He's in a different number this year.
What they're doing, guys, is they're moving Lampkin down inside now.
Yeah, they got
On
Case
these
Alexander.
obvious passing situations.
Timeout here.
Vian's going to take a timeout as the play clock's about to run out. We'll take one with them. You're watching Warrior Football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey,
Welcome back to Reed Field. The game is tied at 0s. 3:35 to go in the first quarter. The Wolverines have a huge 3rd down and 19 here.
3rd down and 19.
Coming after this timeout, let's see what the coaches for the Wolverines have drawn up. You got Wright running quarterback, and now he fakes the pitch, runs up the middle, and nice tackle by Cade Norman. Cade Norman, a former linebacker, now playing safety.
Right on the carry.
Able to stop Wright at the 40-yard line.
About 7 yards down to the 40-yard
And bring up
line.
about 3rd down and 12.
Talk about not many guys going both ways. That might be one of the few guys that you see play some offense and play some defense this year.
We're wondering who's going to take that spot that was held by Jackson Hendricks. Did a great job of really blowing up plays at that safety position, and looks like Cade Norman will be handling those duties as Max Wilson, number 17, and Dawson Thomas are lined up at their 5-yard line, set to receive this punt. Potential punt, as the play clock is winding down. Looks like the Wolverines might take a penalty here, give themselves a little bit more room. I was talking to our filmers up there. Jesse Carey's been a long-time Squirtle guy for us, 3 years now and running. Him and Dakota Barker will bring us some halftime entertainment. They were really impressed with the ability of these kickers for Vian. We'll see what number 2 Mason Wright can do. He attempts to pin the ball inside the 10-yard line of the Warriors. High end-over-end punt as Dawson Thomas calls a fair catch at the 20-yard line. Successfully does so, and that's where the Warriors will start their second possession with 2:28 left to go in the first quarter.
Just had a timeout, so the officials don't have to give another one, get everybody some water, but expect that tonight, that we'll have a lot of time, and we're going to stop the game and give these guys some water.
Yeah, that's, rightfully so. It's the first game of the season. They all have been practicing around that 3 or 4 o'clock where it's been the hottest in the day, but it's a little different when your adrenaline's pumping and sweat's rolling. So Warriors line up, spread offense with Hudson Howard behind quarterback Major Cantrell. Handoff goes to Hudson Howard. He makes it to the 30-yard line, almost a 10-yard gain on the play. Tackled by number 52, Cash Collins.
Good run right there. Just get started out to the drive. It was just a little QB draw. Hit it off to Howard, and big hole up the middle. Probably could have drove a Mack truck through that, and big pickup. Got 2nd and 1 here.
And off again to Howard. He squirts away, now cuts out to the left side. Makes a spin move. He's got room to run. He's going to get through another tackle. He's out of the 40. He's at the 30. Is that Major running with him? It is. Touchdown! 70-yard touchdown run by Hudson Howard. As we take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay. Again, we'll attempt this. Let's see if it works for us. And it doesn't, of course, so we'll have to figure that out.
Big run right there, though. Hit the ball off to Howard, bounce through there like a pinball, man. Get Major out in front of you. Why not have one of the fastest guys on the team out there blocking with you? Coming down the stretch, and Howard puts Warriors for the first score of the year on the board. Big drive there. Quick drive for the Washington Warriors.
Mason Thomas on for the extra point attempt. Tatum Wilk gets the snap down, and the kick is up and good as it lands on the new concession stand that the Washington patrons have been able to provide for this school, and the Warriors lead 7-0 with 1 minute and 37 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field, where number 2, Tanner Olson, is set to kick. The ball is placed on the ground as he does a little squib kick. Wolverines will take over at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 Wolverines.
Wolverines here taking over. Washington is able to hit them deep there with the squib kick. Take over here on about the 25-yard line. Ellis looked good in that first drive. New quarterback here for Vian. He's looking good. We'll see what he has to offer here on the second drive.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. Ellis on that quarterback. I feel like they've done that a lot more than they did last year with Ramos. He's proved to be a pretty good runner. Only a sophomore. Him and Mason Wright going to be a good 1-2 punch for the Wolverines.
Ball start there. Max Ross moved over here on the left side. Not going to buy in. We'll see. First down at 15. Kind of starting behind the sticks here.
There we go. Sorry about that. Ellis with the run to the left side. He is blown up there by Cole Beller. Cole Beller shakes that head a little bit.
Talk about one of the more small guys that's not afraid to come hit somebody, TJ.
Yeah.
He's not very big in stature, but that's probably one of the few kids that I'd want to come lay a helmet on him.
Yeah, he's not gonna. I mean, he doesn't try to just blow you up. He just, uses his technique. It gets low, drives his shoulder pads through your hips, and knocks you down. Second down and 12 after that 2-yard loss, or 3-yard gain. Wright now at quarterback. They do his own read. Wright keeps it, and he's able to slide past a couple of Warrior defenders down to the 35-yard line.
23 Spalding in the background there. Bit on the fake handoff. Thought he blew that up, and then Ellis just kept it. Was able to pick up quite a bit.
Yeah, he definitely
third advantage.
He definitely tackled that as we are starting to figure out this for self-vision source instant replay.
Right, the ball carrier.
Third down and 3. The Wolverines do not have to run a play as there is 22 seconds left on the play clock and 9 seconds left on the game clock, and that's what it looks like the coach for Vian will do, Mr. Gary Willis. Take his 7-0 deficit into the second quarter. We'll take a break with them. Warriors up. Rolling in the second quarter. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington.
Welcome back to Reed Field. Third down and short for the Wolverines as there's a bad snap. Looks like everybody was confused on there, including the quarterback, Wright. It's going to be a loss of a couple yards. Fourth down for the Wolverines, and they have a decision to make.
That's not what you want on third down there, TJ. A false snap and then have to just follow on it and bring up. Take you 2 yards back, 4th and 5 now instead of 3rd and 3. Looks like the Wolverines have elected to punt here.
right, set to punt. Line drive punt. Takes a bounce and is collected by Max Wilson. Takes it to the left. Cuts it up the middle and falls forward as there's a scrum with Dawson Thomas and number 25, Dante Glass. There's a penalty on that play. I'm sure it's something to do with Dawson Thomas. Ball is currently placed at the 48-yard line of the Warriors.
Yeah, he had a few choice words from Coach Brad Beller there coming off the sideline. Not gonna argue with him. I got plenty of those when I was in high school. It's one of them. Gotta. I know it's week 1. Got to calm down a little bit.
It's called a holding penalty. It looks like.
Well, that wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
It's gonna be holding.
He's holding him down on it. Now that's a 15-yard penalty. I'm gonna back that up. Well, I guess from the spot, right, Stuart?
Yes, and the good thing is that now used to they'd set the change and move them back. But now everything starts at 1st and 10. You're not going to get somebody penalize them real bad. So hey, get ready for Major. Let's look for either 9 or 3 coming down the middle of the field right here.
Yeah, they got a little play action opportunity set up after that 70-yard touchdown run by Hudson Howard. Set up their first score. Warriors come out with 3 receivers to the right. Cooper Alexander, tight end here on the left. Just a little pitch out there to Cage Morris as he's able to take the ball in the flat, push it forward for a couple yards, bring up a 2nd down and 6.
Great play call there on 1st down. Just a little pop pass, throw down the flats, Cage. Let you do your thing. Pick up all you can for 1st down there, TJ. Bring up 2nd down and 6 here for the Warriors.
One thing I have been impressed with tonight so far is Kingston Springer stepping in for Caleb Bruce, doing a good job at that center spot. Caleb Bruce, a
big shoes to fill.
Big time offensive lineman for the Warriors. Now joining his teammate Cole Scott at Friends University.
On the carry.
He did a great job at that offensive line spot for the Warriors for a long time. Short game by the Warriors, make it 3rd down and short. The Warriors continue to work the ground game.
Yeah, Bruce, that's one name you've heard last several seasons.
Time, yeah.
For a long time, man. Big shoes to fill. Gonna miss him. Wish him nothing but best of luck at playing a little college football, and we're sure gonna miss him.
Cantrell takes the handoff, throws it to Cooper Alexander up the middle. 42-yard line is where the Warriors will get the 1st down at.
Stuart, not really what you were calling there, but we'll take it. That's a big target to throw to, big hands to go up and get the ball.
We'll be calling his name, Nate, their names a lot this year.
Yeah, we'd be silly not to, right?
Absolutely.
3 receivers to the right as Cantrell takes the snap. Goes to Nate Roberts this time on the wide receiver screen. He is tripped up by number 3, Nathan Creasy.
Nathan Creasy.
And bring up 2nd down, and we'll call it 5.
See, that's 2 1st down plays in a row. Just a little quick pass out the flats and 2 good pickups on 1st down. Bring up 2nd down and manageable there.
Yeah,
start both drives.
You definitely want to be playing in front of the sticks there. Opens up the playbook a lot for Coach Beller, who's calling plays this year. You're able to run the ball, or again, Max Wilson has not had a catch, but he's a dynamic receiver for the Warriors, as you saw in his ability to receive punts and kickoffs. Handoff goes to Hudson Howard as he tries to look for room up the left side. Makes a nice cut on right, cuts it up the middle. Now looking for more speed, turns on the jets, waiting for his blockers. Doing a great job as Cage Morris is blocking, and he is in for the touchdown. 53-yard touchdown run by Hudson Howard.
What a great cut.
Take a 13-0 lead.
What a great cut after that handoff. Sets the tone. And how about him waiting for his blockers? Just taking his time, waiting for his blockers to get downfield. You got some speed out there on the edge. Wait for your blockers to get downfield. Made 1 cut. In for another 6.
Yeah, great patience as he waited for Cage Morris to help him up. Mason Thomas in for the extra point attempt. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. 8:34 to go in the first half. Warriors are up 14-0.
School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field, where the Warriors lead 14-0. 8:34 left to go in the first half. Tanner Olson set to kick off as he squibs it across the ground and is recovered around the 38-yard line. Number four, Michael Polkat gets the ground ball. That's where Vian will take over.
We apologize about the internet out there. Next stop and play, we'll try to make it right.
Yeah, internet service is a little choppy, I've heard.
Oh, we see fiber. You wanna hardwire us up in here? We'll
put an ad
Johnny
out
on
there.
the spot.
We'll put an ad out there for you guys.
It's a balmy 96 now on the sideline.
Maybe it's the heat.
It's the heat.
And that breeze that we had has disappeared.
Flag is not moving as Ellis sets up in the pistol, hands off to Wright. Wright looking for a hole and unable to find one.
Stacked up. You're the line of scrimmage.
Case Taylor and Keller Howard there to make the tackle. Call a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 for Washington, or excuse me, for Vian.
Guys, I've been watching our nose guards. We sort of rotated from now Ethan Clark's in 6'2", 280, and we go from him to Wyatt Denton, 6'1", 283.
Yeah.
They're clogging that middle up.
Ethan Clark's thighs are tree trunks. He has literally 2 tree trunks coming out of his hips. He is a big man. Clogging up the middle as looks like Kane Lampkin misses that tackle, but Cole Beller in to help him out as Drayton Fletcher tackled for a loss. Good job, good penetration there by Lampkin to slow down the running back. Cole Beller cleans it up, make it 3rd down and 13.
You called it there. The speed we talked about it last year, TJ. The speed on the outside on this defense was stellar. A lot of these guys, this is their second go at it.
Yeah.
So stepped up big time last year, and you know they got a taste of it last year. They're here ready to play tonight. You see Cole Beller there sneaking in, eating that up right there.
3rd and long for the Wolverines as they run a jet sweep there with number 5, and that is swallowed up. Jacob Brannick, no room to run. He has 0 yards on that play.
Spalding just picked him up and threw him backwards.
Spalding collecting a college offer within the last couple of weeks himself. Very talented defensive end for the Warriors. As he is one of the Spalding brothers that the Warriors have been fortunate to have over the last couple of years.
One of the many Spalding brothers.
Lance. Started with Shane. Shane, a great linebacker for the Warriors.
I hope we keep him coming.
After talking to Michael providing us with the stats throughout the year. We need him to keep coming so we can keep getting our stats as Wright's punt takes a nice bounce for the Wolverines and lands inside the 30. Looks like it's going to be about the 28-yard line. Warriors will take over with 5:57 to go in the half.
TJ Stewart, kind of I wouldn't really say a slow start here, but 14-0 here in the second quarter. You know, last year we kind of blew it open early and let Vian sneak back into it. So we'll definitely want to capitalize here on this drive. Maybe 20.
Well, it was 24-7 at halftime when we were in Vian.
Right.
And then we just sort of put the brakes on in the second half.
Yeah, we came out and scored the first play or first possession of the second half, and then they came back, and then we would mess around, and they came back, and we just let them hang around.
But
they're a talented team.
But definitely 21-0 going into half. Looked pretty good.
Cantrell looking to throw it deep to Mason Singletary, and it is broken up by number 3, Nathan Creasy.
Singletary. Well defended by number 3, Nathan Creasy.
Good play there by the senior defensive back for the Wolverines. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Warriors looking to take a quick strike there to start this possession. 5:45 to go in the half. Warriors up 14-0. Cantrell getting the play in from the sideline. He has 2 receivers to the right. Max Wilson to the left.
Big hole.
Hands it off to Hudson Howard. Looks like we might get a holding penalty called.
15, Tristan Wiley.
Yeah, might get it on
Penalty flags on
maybe
the way.
Stringer there.
Yeah, it looks like he was in that vicinity. That is the call.
Marked off against the Warriors.
Again, you see a lot of penalties you see in the beginning of the year are ones that you won't see as the season progresses.
2nd down, 20.
Warriors will have 2nd down and 20 at their own 20.
Tell them to start the clock.
Cantrell lines up in the pistol formation with Hudson Howard behind him. They send Max Wilson in motion. Tosses it to Wilson in the flats. Makes a man miss, makes another man miss, but is eventually corralled by number 12
Max Wilson
for the Wolverines, Peyton Johnson.
Tripped up after a short game, led by number 12, Johnson.
Now it'll be 3rd and long for the Warriors.
Wilson had a chance to break 1 or 2 tackles there and go for a big one, but Vian did a good job of closing in. TJ, I'll be curious on play call here. 3rd and about 20.
3rd and long, yep. Got a lot of
little tester here early on.
They come out. Appears to be an empty set. 3 receivers to the left. For Alexander on the right. You got Nate Roberts at tight end. Cantrell rolls to the left, pitches it to Nate Roberts, and he is not fooled by number 12, Peyton Johnson, on the shovel pass attempt.
There to Nate Roberts.
It's going to be a 4th down and an obvious punting situation here.
A little different look there, you know. Talked about probably definite passing play right there. And try to hit a little shovel pass over the middle. Haven't seen it. That might have been something they drew up this year, and you know, wanted to sneak it in early, see what happens, and we'll put it away here.
Back to receive this punt is number 2, Mason Wright, talented sophomore running back. Punting for the Warriors is number 12, Tatum Wilk. Tatum with a
good punt.
Nice punt to Wright as he fumbles it and has to fall down on it as he's about to get smashed by Nathan Spalding.
Touchdown near the 43-yard
He gets the ball around the 43-yard line, and that's where the Wolverines will take over. 3:59 to go in the first half.
Warriors not able to capitalize there on that drive. TJ 14-0 here. Vian, if you can get a score here, looking decent coming into halftime. Probably the best field position that they've had the whole game, starting out a drive.
That's a great point, Kyle, with 3:59 to go. If they're able to score here, they will get the ball to start the second half. You go into halftime 14-7, getting the ball to start. You got to feel good about yourself if you're the Wolverines. Wright in at quarterback. You got to think this is some Wildcat stuff as he hands it off to number 1, Riley Ellis. So that's interesting, Kyle. Ellis is a running back and quarterback. Same thing with Wright. They're kind of mixing and matching with those two.
Yeah, both good speed, man. Why would you not kind of mix it up a little bit? And seen right there, just hand it off to him. Wright was able to hand it off to Ellis and try to get the edge there. Was able to pick up a couple yards here, bring up 2nd down and 6 here for the Wolverines.
Well, the Wolverines did have some good success there with the run game last year. They were able to rush for 156 yards against this stout Warrior defense.
Well, like I said, most of it in the second half.
Right, and there are a lot of big plays. Warriors done a good job of keeping them from getting big plays so far in this game. As Wright takes the snap, and now he's going to keep it. And it's tripped up there. Nice tackle by linebacker Mason Thomas. Wright was not able to gain anything on that play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A loss of a couple yards. 3rd down and about 9.
Yeah, good job there. The older of the Thomas brothers was able to sneak in there, pick up a good loss of 2, bring up 3rd and 8 here for the Wolverines.
You got to think that Coach Ellis for the Wolverines is going to try to run this play clock down so the Warriors don't have a chance to get the ball back to start this or to end this first half.
Thought that football's coming in.
Yeah, they're coming in hot. I don't know. The people on the cameras or on the live stream can see this, but man, coming in hot. Timeout for Vian. We'll take a break with them. 2:23 left to go in the first half. Warriors up 14-0.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more.
3rd down and 8 for the visitors from Vian. 2:23 to go in the first half as Wright takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Ellis, and he is being chased, tackled by number 22, the freshman, Case Alexander, for no gain.
Case Alexander and Cole Beller.
We got 4th down and 8. Wonder if the Warriors will call a timeout here. They have 3 left.
Line of scrimmage is the 45-yard line. 4th down, 8.
It's like they're going to let the clock run.
Well, Brad's going to get one.
There he goes. Call timeout. Good timeout there by Coach Beller to preserve some time. We'll take another one with him.
At Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's music.
4th down punt attempt here for the Wolverines as Mason Wright takes the snap, takes his time, and does a line drive punt to Cade Norman as he catches it at 20, reverses the field, gets a good block, and then cuts it up past the 30-yard line. Nice block there by Mason Thomas. Bring him free for a little bit of extra yardage. The Warriors will take over at their own 31 with 1:42 seconds left to go in the first half, up 14-0.
Stewart, minute 42 here. Going to see a little bit of that two-minute offense that you've been rehearsing for the last week or two.
It's the time, yeah.
To start out here.
We'll start getting the ball to. We'll get the ball to not just the two tight ends, guys. We've got some nice receivers. They're all back from last year.
Yeah, and you had Max Wilson, who transferred in from Norman. He's got some D1 offers. And Cage Morris, who's been on the field for 3 years for the Warriors as a threat as well. 2 timeouts left for the Warriors, 1:42 as they send Cage Morris in action. They hand it off to Hudson Howard up the right side, and he is tripped up inbounds inside the 40, about the 39-yard line. Call it the 38. 1:26 and counting. I wouldn't say a bad half by the Warriors necessarily, but maybe a little underwhelming, Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, you'd figure this team's going to come out and score 30 points here in this first half, but got to give it up to Vian too. You know, coming in, they've had a decent game plan coming in and able to slow this Warrior offense down a little bit. Not the cleanest half that you want. Been behind the sticks a couple times, but you know, got 1:16 here. Still put up another score here if we're going in.
Looks like there might have been a holding penalty on that play as the Warriors were backed up. Warriors up 14-0 over the Vian Wolverines as Cantrell comes out with Hudson Howard to the right side of him. Rolls out to the right, looks up the middle, now pulls it and looking left to run. Gets to the left side, now cuts up the middle and is tackled after getting a first down just inside the 30-yard line down to the 24.
Me and Ron trying to get skinny down here. That play was coming right at us again.
I remember a play where Ron Lively got ran over. It was the red and white scrimmage, and he might have ended up with some stitches. He's always there in the action. As the Warriors pick up the first down, 28 seconds left to go in the first half. Cantrell rolls to the right, looks to the left, now looking to pull it and run. He's got room to run to the left. He's at the 10. He's going for the end zone. Is he in?
Out at the 1.
Out at the 1 with 18 seconds to go.
Guys, he had Mason Singletary come across the middle, but he had already decided to tuck it and run. But a great run by Majors.
We do have one timeout left. They're at the 1-yard line. See if Hudson Howard can punch it in for his 3rd touchdown of the half. Handoff does go to Howard. He goes up the middle, and he's in for a Warrior touchdown.
You see a great drive right there. TJ talked about had a minute 50 left to go, and definitely capable for this Warrior offense to score. Stewart, you called it, bud. Had 3 over the middle there. Right up the seam, was able to get him, get the ball midfield, and capitalized. Good run by Major, and then Howard in for the 1-yard gain. Warriors on the board here right before half.
Big touchdown there for the Warriors.
Guys, this halftime can't come quick enough for Vian. They had 2 of their big ones, 70 and 60 or 55. Took them a while to get up after that touchdown, and
yeah,
they're
70.
They're looking for some halftime.
Yeah, Nate Cheater, 5'10", or 5'11", 285. That is a square individual. As that guy's a big guy, Kyle. Like that's a little bit of Brucey's size. Might be even bigger than Brucey.
Yeah, it's a big human being.
I mean, but you know, short.
Short, stocky.
Yeah, and so yeah.
Fans, like we said, we apologize for the internet. Been a little bit delayed here. Can't do nothing about it, but we switched to a hotspot, so hopefully we think we got it figured out. Hopefully it clears up for you guys, and that'll be our one.
First game jitters.
My bad for the season.
We get some get OEC to come out here and sponsor us and get some.
OEC, there's anybody with OEC listening. We need somebody out Monday morning at 7 a.m. to run.
No, we go to Sulphur next week, so yeah, get that done now for the off week.
I want it done Monday.
Mason Thomas in for the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is through the upright. Warriors take a 21-0 lead with 14 seconds left to go in the first half.
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Kyle, I got to give my boy Dwayne Branham some love, give him a shout out. Airfare, Heat and Air. Also, they came out, hooked me up with a new air conditioner, and already seeing the benefits on my electric bill and the, attitude in my house as it's a lot cooler than it has been throughout
They
the
know
summer.
how to get it done. I had about 4 or 5 years ago, when we built our house, Norman, company out of Norman came in and had it hardwired to run 24/7. The shut-off on it wasn't wired right, and Dwayne came in. Him and Noah came in, did a bang-up job, fixed it, got me fixed up, and been chugging along ever since. So give Airfare a call if you've got heat and air problems, man. They'll come fix you up.
They're partners with APS, right, Stuart?
They are a very good customer of Air Product Supply.
Yeah.
In Goldsby, Oklahoma.
My boy Jesse Trejo used to play for me. He sent me a message saying, I think we're going to be working on your house soon. And he had the ticket with my name on it. I was like, yeah, you get out here quick because it is hot outside.
And Manny probably delivered equipment.
He might have because it wasn't any dents on it, and he's not known for turnovers as I got to coach him back in the day. So
well, we got Manny, we got Jackson Hendricks.
Yeah,
He's working out there now.
Yeah. First and 10 with 11 seconds to go for the Wolverines as they hand it off to number 7, Fletcher, and he just runs it to the left side. It's like the clock gets stopped out of bounds. 4 seconds to go. This will be the final play. Stay tuned for halftime. My man, Jesse Carey, Sr., been with us since the beginning here at Squirtle, Kyle, and surprised some folks. The guy quiet in the classroom, but loud on the mic.
Yeah, did a good job in basketball.
Yeah, has a knowledge for the sports of all events, and him and Dakota Barker will come in and be our halftime. You see, you got the band lined up over there by the facility. We'll have them performing as well.
Hey, is the air conditioning still working up in the
feels
press box?
great.
It
You
is.
got the windows open.
The windows open. So
That's just rude, man. That's just rude.
Wright takes the handoff and is tackled. Met first by number 54, LT. And that'll do it for the first half. Warriors go into halftime leading 21-0. We're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you.
Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field. Warrior fans, we are going to give you some entertainment, some halftime entertainment by the Warrior Marching Band.
Get in there anyway. 199, 197.
attention to midfield. Washington Warrior cheer team will be traveling to Broken Bow on Saturday, September the 16th, to compete in the 4A regional competition at 2 o'clock. The state competition will be held at Tulsa Union on September the 23rd. They would really appreciate your attendance at these events as they look to win their 16th state championship. Tonight they have a short performance for you from their camp routine this summer. But before we start, we're going to introduce each one of them. Freshman, Sutton Goodrum, Stevie Haynes, Emma Musgrove, and Sophie Perkins. Sophomores, Ashlyn Beller, Elizabeth Dunn, Kinsley Hyde, Bailey McAllister, Sabrina Posey, and Scarlett Taunts. The juniors, Grace Grimsey, Lexi Rector, Raylan Sheffy, and Paisley Taylor. And the seniors, Hallie Andrews, Kendall Moser, Haven Brewer, Maddie Green, Taylor Hayden, Amelia Emily Harding, Allie Hobbs, Emily Madden, and Lexi Rawls. Take it away, girls.
All right, I'm Jesse Carey, joined by Dakota Barker, and we're going to be having our little halftime show here at Reed Field. It's currently halftime. Warriors lead 21-0. Dakota, what a first half for the Warriors. You know, first drive was, maybe a bit shaky, didn't have it down, and the rest of the half, it was all Hudson Howard and Major Cantrell. They were dishing it to these I don't even remember what Vian is. That's how bad, the butt whooping has been, but they've been whooping Vian.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse, welcome back to Warrior football, am I right? Defense standing up strong, offense coming out strong. It's really hard to stop when you got that running back tight end duo that we got.
Yeah, and Vian really had we're a one-trick pony, to start the game. A lot of quarterback sneaks. Number 2 for Vian, I don't remember his name. He made some good plays for them as well. But once the Warriors figured that out, their offense fizzled out, and Hudson Howard just pounding on them.
Well, I mean, Washington for years has had that running back combo. But now, this year, with the loss of Cole Scott, you think maybe they'll falter a little bit. Maybe they'll struggle a little bit. Hudson Howard coming out of the gate, scoring a 75-yard touchdown. And, Jesse, it wasn't an easy touchdown. But he didn't stop there. He followed that up with a 35-yard touchdown. And just to cap it off, he scored a 1-yard touchdown push at the end.
Yeah, and you can't forget Major had a 35-yard run as well at the end of the second half before Hudson would run in for another touchdown of his. But if you're the Vian coach right now, Dakota, what are you telling your team in the locker room right now?
I mean, if you're Vian, honestly, just keep doing what you're doing, except make sure you're wrapping up. It's hard to tackle Hudson. It's hard to see Hudson in the backfield. He's like a Deuce Vaughn type character. But honestly, they're not playing that bad as to where Washington's playing that good right now. And if you're Washington, honestly, all you're doing is the exact same thing. Maybe getting some underclassmen in, letting them get some reps in. But honestly, Washington team looking like the state champions they are.
Yeah, we'll see if they can run it back And speaking of running it back, that's not what OU wants to do in the up-and-coming season. They want to change it around for Venables. And they're ranked number 20 coming into the year. They're going to be taking on Arkansas September the 2nd. I believe that is a noon game. I could be wrong about that. It could be a 4 o'clock game. And then OSU is going to be taking on Central Arkansas, I believe, also on the 2nd. And we'll see how that quarterback battle goes in OSU. We'll see who they decide to go with and if they stick with him, heading into the season.
Yeah, and for OU, I mean, they don't have that battle. Obviously, they know who their starter is, and that's Dylan Gabriel, the lefty transfer from UCF. He had a great year last year. I mean, it's hard when your team isn't following you. But Dylan Gabriel was showing he could be that quarterback that we know he can be. So when they take on Arkansas State on September 2nd, it's going to be fun to watch.
And Dakota, neither of us, we're not gambling men. We don't support that type of behavior, but if you had to put a line on how many wins OU are going to get this year, what would that line be for you?
Honestly, I'd give them 11 out of the 12 games.
Come on.
I know. It sounds crazy.
If I'm Vegas, Dakota, right now I'm putting it at 8.5.
Oh,
you're going to have a lot of people go over it. You're going to have a lot of people go under it. And if you had to put a line on OSU, what would you say? How many wins are they getting this year?
See, I'd give them 8. I mean, honestly, when you look at OU's schedule, the one that I'm giving them the doubt, is that Red River rivalry against Texas. It's always been a tough game for OU, or a tough game for Texas. But I feel like, obviously we haven't seen OU play this season. We don't know how they're going to be. But I feel like that 1 year under Venables' belt, they had those growing pains, they had those struggles. We need to look for them to come out of the gates hot, come out of the gates upset about how last year went. That's not how anybody in the state of Oklahoma figured that would go.
No, for sure not, especially me. But we're going to wrap up this halftime show and see if these Warriors can take care of business. I think they can. They're up 21-0. Halftime ends in 6 minutes.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir, you okay?
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Products Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Products Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Products Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're
Not even
also
on the field yet.
Welcome back to Reed Field. It's halftime here, 21-0. We got about 3 minutes left until the teams take the field to get loosened up, which I don't imagine you'd have to get too loose with the temperatures the way it is. But
Yeah,
Kyle?
8,000 degrees out here.
Yeah, the Bob Harris there with the stats providing them to Kyle. Kyle, what do we got?
So we'll start out with Vian rushing 20 attempts, 62 yards. TJ, this stat right here kind of blows my mind. Passing, no attempts for no yards.
Yeah.
So
That's in a day of the spread offenses and throwing the ball around the yard. Vian keeping it old school.
Yeah, so total was 62 yards rushing for Vian in the first half. That's total yards and 2 first downs. Penalties, 5 penalties, 35 yards for Vian. Flip it over to Washington. 197 yards on 11 attempts on the ground, TJ. That's pretty impressive. 6 for 9 passing for Major, 72 yards, 269 yards total offense, 7 first downs. Penalties, 4 penalties for 35 yards. Hudson Howard, 7 carries for 141 yards of the 269 total. 3 touchdowns there in the first half.
Very impressive. Hadn't even seen Cade Norman. You talked about guys going one way only, as Coach Beller is making his way out to Stuart McPherson, and we'll have our halftime interview with Coach Beller and Stuart right now.
Yeah, Coach Beller asked me how I was. I'm hot, Brad. I'm hot. Hey, you got to be excited about. Got the ball less than 2 minutes ago. Take it down and go score with it.
Yeah, that was a huge momentum boost for our offense because we felt like we were getting in our own way. We made some mistakes early. We hadn't seen the look that they gave us, all the looks that they've given us because of our tight ends, and sometimes that's what teams do, and we just kept telling them to be patient, not to get in a hurry. I felt like we pressed some things, and giving 5 the ball is a good thing, but we can't get into a situation where we have a 5-yard gain and we end up behind the sticks in the 2nd and 20. It makes your call sheet shorter and it allows the defense to do a little bit more. That drive is the one that I really thought we might be able to take the length of the field and get it done, and we didn't. But we settled in on that last drive. Cooper made a big catch, and then we're able to punch it down. Major used his legs to get us out of a jam on some stuff. So overall, it was a good half on offense, and shutting them out. And Mason Wright is really good. So to shut them out was a big deal.
All right, Brad, best of luck. Let's have a good second half.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, 21-0 at halftime, guys. Again, last year was 24-7 at halftime. And then we, as you said, we go to score once, and then we sort of went to sleep.
Yeah, and, we talked about the defense there, Coach Beller did, shutting them out. 62 yards total offense, on the ground altogether, too. Yeah, and so that's 3 yards a carry. And if you go about how many plays they ran, that's even less than that. And take that into account for what they did last year, 156 yards on the ground, averaging 4 yards a carry in last year's ball game. And so Warriors defense really doing a great job in shutting this talented running back with Mason Wright and Ellis.
Hey guys, Ellis. Got a couple scores for you.
Yeah, let's hear them.
The team we were very familiar with, Jones Wildcats, or Jones Longhorns, excuse me. Jones Longhorns. They're playing at home tonight against Bethany, and Jones leads that one 20-7 at halftime.
Oh, wow.
So
that's a team. Jones is, they made it to the semis last year, and we've had their numbers, and we played them in 2 weeks. That's a team that, of course, if the districts fall out like they did last year, we'd see them in the semis again, but they're definitely a favorite, or not a favorite, a contender. I would say Washington's head and above everybody else, and then it's Millwood and Jones. But Jones definitely got everybody back on offense. 11 returning starters on offense, 9 returning starters on defense, and so that Week 3 matchup here at Reed Field, that's going to be a dandy.
Yeah, and to talk on that, TJ, Week 3 matchup last year was only 33-14. You forget we played them in the playoffs and beat them 49-14, so a little bit closer game at Jones.
Well, if it wasn't for Major Cantrell running that 99-yard touchdown run, which you preached on all year last year with his legs.
Closer game. So
with his legs.
We've got Pauls Valley and Lindsay. That's the battle of 77 over there. And Pauls Valley leads that one 17-16 at halftime.
Pauls Valley got a good team this year, and Lindsay as well. So a couple local teams putting it out tonight. I wonder what Purcell is doing tonight.
Well, that's I'm still scrolling through.
We usually have our Squirtle ticker going, and I have to talk to my man Corey Rogers about getting that set up. Right now, it's interesting. It has my alumni, my school, Shoto, is up there against Wyandotte, and it's stuck on there. Kind of weird. That's where I graduated from high school.
Is that 6-man football?
It might be, and it was not very good football. I'll tell you what that is. Minute left for warm-ups. We'll take a short break here. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv and Squirtle.tv.
Neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense. Go to...
Welcome back to Reed Field as we get set for the second half kickoff. Warriors leading the Vian Wolverines 21-0. Vian will receive this second half kickoff. The Warriors received it to start the game. Stuart, you had that Purcell score. Who the Dragons playing tonight?
Dragons and the Gold Bugs.
Oh, that is a mascot matchup.
13-0 Purcell at Purcell.
I'm pretty sure there's not another Gold Bug in the state. There's only a couple of Dragons. I know the Chelsea Dragons over in God's country, northeast Oklahoma. They have something in common.
My homeboys from Valiant,
not very good.
My homeboys from Valiant are winning 42-0 over Marietta.
Bulldogs.
Go Dogs.
Mason Wright set to receive.
Tanner Olson. Ball lined up on the ground at the 40-yard line, set to kick off with Mason Wright in the back field. Ball squibs out to the 35-yard line and is covered by number 5, Jacob Brannick.
TJ, going back to the stats here, Vian, 20 attempts rushing for 62 yards. Going to have to mix in a little passing game here in the second half. You got to think that they have to be able to get some points on the board here in this game.
Well, that's the difference, I think, from this year's team and last year's team. You had Ramos, who can sling the ball.
Throw it around a little bit.
Yeah, and they were able to stick around in last year's game because of the pass. And this year, very much a run-oriented Vian Wolverine offense. They come out with double tights and 2 receivers. Handoff goes to right, and it is stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Guys, you know, we talked a little bit at halftime, Colin, about the different look that Cade Lampkin has.
Yeah, Kane has been doing a great job. I mean, just like he's thinned up a little bit. Looks like you can tell that he's been putting the work in the weight room this year, running that defensive in spot, taking over for Milner. Hayden Milner, a great career here for the Warriors, and he's the other Lampkin, the other bookend to Spalding on that defensive line. Second down and 9 as Ellis attempts his first pass and nearly makes it complete to Jacob Brannick, the junior, 5'11", 150 pounds, gets knocked out there. Looks like Mason Singletary is able to break that pass up. Bring up third down.
Ellis had a good look there. Put the ball right in the breadbasket to Brannick. Little bobble there. Wasn't able to look that one in. First, really, one of the first pass attempts of the game for the Wolverines here. Not a bad look. Probably going to see them go back to that at some point in this game. But talked about it earlier, TJ. They're going to have to get the ball in the air to be able to put some points on the board.
Ellis takes snap, and he's looking to throw again. Throws a long pass into coverage, and Singletary nearly picks that one off. This time, Brannick breaks up the pass as Singletary had a better angle on that, and it's going to bring up fourth down for the Wolverines.
Yeah, great coverage there. Singletary, TJ, they're making me eat my words. Talked about it. Not going to see guys go two ways, but you see a couple of those. You got one of our wideouts out there on the corner spot and was able to, pretty good coverage there. Almost had that one picked off.
Well, Singletary could have played that corner spot last year, but Marlon Moore, the talented baseball player, played his first year and did a great job. He decided to concentrate on baseball his senior year as he's a Division I level baseball player for the Warriors. Dawson Thomas on the recovery on this punt. Takes it a couple yards to about the 36-yard line.
With a flag down almost at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a defensive holding, Stuart? What do you think?
Probably so. Probably where it came out of that, the head lineman's pocket. They probably held on the guy coming off the line, so they'll back it up from that spot, I think. Or looks like they're fixing to walk it off against Vian. There's holding against Vian. So it had to be after the punt was in the air. Because if it was before the punt, then we would...
Which doesn't make sense because he was at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
All right. Again, another question about the officiating here, Stuart. Do you own a pair of those shorts? No comment?
No comment?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Do you own a pair of those shorts with the white stripe on the side?
I do not.
That's why you're a Hall of Famer. Stuart getting inducted into the Officials Hall of Fame this summer. Big congratulations out to you, Stu Mack.
Thank you.
Howard takes the carry. Big hole to the right side. He's up the sideline. Can he be caught? No, he can't. Another 53-yard touchdown by Hudson Howard. His fourth touchdown of the evening.
And the big cut at the line of scrimmage. Not one, not two, not three, but number 4 on the evening for Mr. Howard.
A lot of speed to burn there by the young junior running back for the Warriors.
Dude's stacking them up tonight.
They have those players of the week in the Daily Oklahoman. It's going to be hard to not nominate Hudson Howard for 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards rushing.
Not yet. I think what he had, 130 something at halftime.
He's had 141.
So he's real close.
Knocking on the door. Again, Cole Scott, the senior running back that graduated last year.
Yeah, he needs 6 yards.
Being replaced by Hudson Howard, and Hudson doing a great impression as the Warriors lead 28-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Munchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's MusicMunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
back to Reed Field. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harrison, Stuart McPherson. Warriors up 28-0 as Tanner Olson squibs a kick to Michael Polkat at the 37-yard line.
Coach Miller said 8 for 194, not a bad average.
No.
He said, we're fixing to get another running back in. I said, he needs 6 more, Coach. Come on.
Yeah, I imagine that other running back is going to be number 30, Blake Hellinger.
I think
Cade Norman, you think?
Yeah, Cade Norman's probably going to get at least a couple carries.
1st and 10.
They do have
from their own 38.
a new safety in, so Dawson Thomas running that spot for Cade Norman. Max Wilson in at corner now with Tatum Wilk. 4-man front for the defensive line as the handoff goes to right.
Well, you know, Vian showed in the coming out in their first possession in the second half, they started throwing the ball a little bit. So I'm sure, you know, now when you're down 28-0, probably going to throw a little bit more here too, as well.
Yeah, we don't need that. I got a trip to Dallas I got to make tonight. So run that ball and run that clock.
Well, that's what 8 o'clock start. We got to keep
I'm
that
trying
clock.
To get out of here by 10.
Kyle, you got anywhere to go, Kyle? I don't.
I gotta get in bed early. Got couples tournament this weekend at Purcell.
It's too hot to play golf tomorrow.
It's never too hot for golf.
Ellis with the pass and nearly picked off by Wilk. Good coverage there by Dawson Thomas as well. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Cross country with a meet tomorrow night at Mustang. We'll be competing. Softball going on. Lady Warriors graduated a lot, so they're working through some of those struggles, but having a great year so far, and one of the favorites to win their district. Surely make the state tournament again, as they won today as they defeated Cassidy in a run rule fest here at Washington High School. School is back in session, and so are all the events. Vian going to take a timeout.
TJ, we'll stay here, talk about golf.
Yeah.
Mr. Scholes here taking over.
Yeah,
boys golf and girls.
Girls golf made it to the, obviously we don't have a lot of coverage on that in the spring with all the sports going on, but the girls golf team qualified for state again last spring, 2nd year in a row. A bunch of sophomores made it as they made it as freshmen.
Got a big tournament coming up. Good, really big sponsor tournament for you guys every year. Good tournament to bring in money.
That's right. September 16th at Purcell, we're having our annual golf tournament fundraiser, and it really goes and helps our golf programs get them gear. We're going to buy new bags, and usually Kyle, you buy bags for the top 5 golfers because that's all you can qualify in a tournament.
Let's do no string. Let's do no string this year.
No string.
Let's up the mulligan. Let's up the mulligan money amount, and let's cut out the string. Let's make it a little bit more golfy.
Right. We might do that.
There's people turning in some 40s and 50s.
Yeah, there's some question marks going on there.
Some question marks going on.
No, it does. It's a big fundraiser for us, and it allows us to spoil our student athletes as the Wolverines run the ball on 3rd down. Trying to get to the outside is number 7, Drayton Fletcher, near the 1st down marker. Going to be a little bit short. But yeah, Kyle, the piggyback on that is, again, we're going to buy our golfers new bags. Every golfer in our golf program from the high school is going to get their own bag, and they're going to get it initialized, get their names printed on it, and get some winter gear, because anybody knows playing golf in the spring in the morning, the weather is very much unpredictable.
Yeah.
And so,
like you said, Saturday, September 16th,
early morning,
scramble,
9 o'clock in the morning.
Early, nice and cool. Sign up, get your 4-man teams in, and
play quick so we can go watch some college football afterwards.
Come out and support your local Warrior golf teams.
4th down, and the Wolverines are going for it. Fletcher looking to run it, but looks like Wright keeps it, and he is smothered in the backfield, and the Warriors are going to take over. And Kyle, don't be surprised if they try to strike quick here and extend this lead. It is not 28-1, it's 28-0.
Yeah. But Kane Lampkin right there coming off the defensive end position and just swallowing that thing up, man. Not many teams, man. His size out there, like you said, he's slimmed up. It's just like Big Dog last year.
Yeah,
Milner.
yeah.
You're not going to get outside of those boys much. So.
Well, it's funny that we talk about Milner. You know, he made a point to be a menace in the backfield, creating turnovers and nearly intercepting passes and batting them down. And in the All-State football game, what does he do? Gets a strip, gets a fumble, and just does what he does. So he's going on to play football at the next level, and we wish him nothing but the best as well. Very talented senior group that graduated last year. They're going to be missed, but
Norman is in the game.
Cade Norman, in at the running back spot. Injured a little bit last year at the beginning of the year. So we got a delay game, it looks like, as the Warriors were not able to get set up. Hey, how about Big Tex down here on the sideline, Kyle? Wearing the cowboy hat. Number 72 for the Warriors, Owen Violet, just representing the community here.
I need to get him beside me, so he's standing in front of me. My personal blocker.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Only a freshman, too. Warriors have first down and 15. Cantrell takes the snap, hands it off to Cade Norman, the senior running back, trying to get to the outside, able to push it up forward. Brought down by Fletcher, but not before picking up nice yardage.
Fletcher and number 15, Tristan Wiley. Gain of 8 on play to the 42-yard line.
I think we're going to see a lot of that here in the next 8.5 plus 12.
I don't know about Cade for all of them, though. We'll see what Coach Miller sticks with here.
Hand off again, Norman. Looking for a hole. Done a good job keeping his feet moving, breaking some tackles, and finally pushed out of bounds. Past the first down marker.
Well, my comment was really based on just running the football, not really just Cade Norman. Because I figure we'll probably see Cade the rest of this 8 minutes. Yeah. I tell them to stop the clock up there. There, they finally did.
Who we got down?
Well, we got an injury. I don't know if it's a Vian.
Yeah, it's a Vian.
Looks like our trainer, Leslie Beatty, does a great job with all our athletes in each sport. They're trying to stretch that out. And, you know, you mentioned that, Stuart, at the beginning of the game about the depth and how it might take a toll for the Wolverines. And, you know, this is about the time it starts doing that, halfway through the third quarter. They start getting tired. We'll take a break. Warriors up 28-0 with 8:02 left to go in the third quarter. You're watching Warrior Football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Hey Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not?
Welcome back to Reed Field. Warriors lead 28-0. Mason Wright was the injured player for the Wolverines, just a cramp. He's able to run off the field. We have a new set of downs for the Washington Warriors. First down and 10
from the
39-yard line. Cantrell coming out in the shotgun set. Pistol formation with Norman behind him. Fakes the handoff to Norman, now looking to the flats. Throws it deep to Cooper Alexander. Touchdown Warriors! 34-yard touchdown pass from Major Cantrell to Cooper Alexander. Makes it 34-0 for the Warriors.
Great play call right there. Had Major just drop back. Had Max Wilson on the outside with a double move. You had Roberts over the middle, just also had a little double move and just wide open, hit him wide over the middle.
Well, guys, that's a great lead for Major, because that ball is actually it's for Cooper, but he's double teamed on his little 5-yard out.
Yeah. Nice job by Cantrell. Cantrell's got a preferred walk-on offer from Iowa State. And I got it just real quick. Iowa State, they brought in a guy for, I can't remember his name, but he's come in and helped recruit with Cooper Alexander. It's Land Run Day here, and if anybody knows about Land Run Day at Washington, it is a big event here in April. So you have all these, you got the jail set up, you got the saloon, and I saw Kyle at the saloon a couple times.
All the elementary kids.
And so we're moving all this stuff out. So Cooper and Nate, they got some college scouts in there wanting to see him run routes, and this random guy is helping move it. I thought it was a dad. Come to find out, it's a recruiter from Iowa State, and he's helping move these big setups. And I just think that says a lot about that Iowa State program, what Matt Campbell has. Obviously, they got some gambling issues going on up there, but the coach that was recruiting Cooper and Major, just a stand-up guy, and he's wearing Jordans doing it. And if you know, you don't wear J's and do work, but he was doing it, so a lot to say about him. 7:54 to go in the third quarter. Warriors up 35-0. Defense pitching a shutout. Don't be surprised to see.
You don't wear J's on the golf course?
They got spikes on them, you do.
Go with that. Tanner Olson on the kick.
Tanner Olson set to kick. Ball placed on the ground at the 40.
Hey, Stewart, ask him if he got those shorts, if he bought those shorts like that, or if he cut them off last night and had them him.
I'll let you come down and do that.
Loose ball, and it's up the ground, and it is recovered. Hale Brakefield, number 16 for the Warriors.
Hale Brakefield comes up.
Quarterback and linebacker, sophomore, able to make the recovery. And that's one benefit of that. You take that risk, you lose some field position, but every once in a while, you gain a loose ball there and gain a possession. And the Warriors looking to strike again and add to this 35-0 lead.
That's what Washington's always prided themselves on, the speed on their kickoff team, guys getting down the field. And you've seen it right there. Like you said, TJ, a little bobble or two, and you got guys right there in front of him waiting for that miss, and Washington able to capitalize. First and 10.
Warriors have the ball at the Vian 36
Well, then again, to Stewart's point, you're bringing out a fresh 11 guys on that special teams that are hungry and wanting to make a play. Hale Brakefield does just that, gives the Warriors.
Kyle, that official is 61 years old, too.
No way.
That's what I was asking.
Warriors looking to strike quick here as Cantrell drops back, throwing it deep down the end zone to Max Wilson. Touchdown! 36-yard touchdown strike from Cantrell to Wilson. Wilson's first touchdown in a Warrior jersey extends the lead to 41.
Guys, we talked about that. Who do you guard? You've got 6'3", 6'3". I mean, speed. Just throw it up and let somebody go catch the ball.
Yeah, and just wide open was Max Wilson for that touchdown reception. Love the play call, too. You get the ball immediately. You're in perfect position to make a big play, and Cantrell does just that.
Mason Thomas on for the point after.
Thomas misses that one.
And the kick is no good.
Leg might be a little tired after the sixth touchdown. But the Warriors lead 41-0 with 7:42 to go in the fourth quarter. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving upskills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself.
Sir,
Welcome back to Reed Field. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson. Warriors up 41-0 over the Vian Wolverines. A top 10 matchup, Class 2A football. Olsen squibs it again. This time Fletcher is able to recover and looks to run to the left. Cuts it up the middle and is brought down by a host of Warriors, led by number 22, Case Alexander.
Number 7, Fletcher on the return, tackled by
They'll start their
Guys, we talked a little bit about this early, but and rankings mean nothing in football. It's all about where you finish in your district and get placed on the bracket. But Washington came out number 2 in the first poll of the year, and Millwood was number 1.
Well, Stuart, you talked about that earlier. I'm sure Coach Beller is probably not disappointed in that. It's one thing to hold that number 1 spot and have everybody coming at you, but, you know, that number 1 spot always has that target on their back, so it's definitely not a bad thing to be number 2.
Got some
movement.
Updated scores if you'd like them.
Yeah.
New one, Cassidy and Community Christian. Cassidy's up 7-3 in the third quarter. Bridge Creek 42, Lexington 0.
First and 15.
OCS 7, Christian Heritage 0 in the third. Keep scrolling through here.
Why do you keep giving us private school scores?
Well, that's what was up first.
Cassidy joining the OSSA for the first time this year. So.
Purcell's still up 13-0 over Alva in the fourth. Jones now 20-7 in the third. Rejoice Christian 59, Cashion 0.
Bethany a talented team too. They got a
4A school.
Yeah, they got a kid, Alaska, I believe is his name. Got some, I think OU's after him. So receiver in the corner. Broncos. There's some talent there. Again, Jones. That's gonna be a fun one. Of course, this. Coach Beller last year setting up with Vian, at Vian, then Sulphur and Jones in the non-district, really testing his team, and now we get to switch where we play this year. That's gonna be some good matchups for this Warrior team to get tested early.
Got some new faces in. TJ got Sam Cantrell, 58 there, a middle linebacker. 15, be Cohen Scarborough out there, junior, as a DB. They're on the edge.
Right with the handoff. Keeper takes it past midfield. And another name I saw there, number 28, Jake Coles. First time we've seen him tonight, but he was in the mix a lot last year.
He was in early, guys.
Oh, was he? Okay,
yeah.
I just didn't see him, I guess. Yeah, did a great job at that linebacker position. I remember bragging about him a lot. I remember the first time I saw him, probably had to be like a 4th grader, and he just had hip surgery, and just
another one of those little guys that have great heart, man.
Yeah,
not afraid to put the pads down, go hit somebody.
Smart player, as he's getting it ran to his side, and he makes the tackle.
Right there again.
Him and his buddy Tanner Olson. There's a flag on the play. Jake Coles, one of those seniors, 16 seniors on this group of Warriors. Again, what'd you say, Stuart? 44 games that these seniors have played in?
Yes. Yep. Going into this year, guys, and that's when you play. Warriors are averaging 15 a year.
Yeah. They
so.
played the max amount of games that they could play throughout their.
Got a couple of them that play baseball. Go 2 ways.
Yeah.
Back-to-back state champs. TJ last year. Baseball coming in with another state title. Man, those guys got a taste. 2 years ago, and got hungry and went out and did it again.
Yeah, you got Cade Norman and Nate Roberts, among others, that played baseball for Coach K. And coming off a state championship win there, they're trying to double up on the football side here as well. Got an injury on the field. Take a break. Warriors up 41-0 with 6:10 to go in the third quarter.
Because you shouldn't have to wait to do what you love. Whatever you choose to do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288 888-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Welcome back to Reed Field. 6:10 to go in the third quarter. Warriors up 41-0. Looking for that Coach Ellis to start winding that clock for the rest of this game.
I'm going to go back to talking about umpires.
Umpires?
You've never gotten teed up in a ball game that I've ever been to.
I know.
Why would you ever have any beef with any officials?
Right, with the handoff. Gets about 7 or 8 yards on that play.
You didn't come around a lot, Kyle.
Hey, I was always the guy in the fan saying, T-ball?
Yeah, you were trying to give me a technical.
7-yard line.
Fourth and 3 for the Wolverines. Surely they would go for it. 5:39 to go in the third quarter. See what they do. As Kenyatta Wright, Mason Wright, excuse me. His jersey, I don't know where he got the dirt from because it has been dry, very arid over the last couple of weeks.
That sideline, he got tackled on their sideline over there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of grass on that sideline.
Water jug drain over there?
Probably.
Right, set the kick. Line drive kick as no one is back for the Warriors. Rolls down near the 10-yard line and is down by Nathan Creasy.
I will say, got to give it up to Coach K. It's been dry as all get out and hot. And this field looks pretty amazing for as hot as it's been. 100 plus degree temps for the last couple weeks. And
he's out here mowing.
Field's looking good.
After school got out today, trying to make it look good. So saw the coaching staff out Wednesday, getting the paint down, and both Coach Beller's got Brian Beller back this year. They were finishing it up last night. As I was leaving school, the Warriors will come out. Looks like they are going to keep Cantrell in. Looks like the starters are still in. Cade Norman at running back. Nate Roberts, Cage Morris, and Max Wilson in the receiver spots as Cade Norman cuts to the left side. Finally brought down by number 67, Garrett Hunt.
Pretty good little pickup there on first down. Cade, another one of them guys that's just patient with his running, TJ. He waits for those blockers to get out front of him, waits precise with his cuts, and was able to pick up.
Got another cramp.
12 yards, about 12 yards there on first down. Just could have been swallowed up in the backfield.
Coach Beller's
he's the trainer. You gotta like Bob. Bob told me he drank a bunch of pickle juice and salt tablets before tonight's game, so he didn't cramp up doing the stats. So
I probably wouldn't put it past him. He's got a mustard pack still in his pocket.
We'll take another break. Gotta love our sponsors, Kyle. Keeping this free for all the fans at home throughout the state too. We don't just get our Washington fans. We got people from Vian that didn't want to make this trip because it's a long trip. Don't want to get home late. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our sponsors for providing this service for free for all the fans out there watching tonight.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors and would like to wish all the Warriors and their coaches the best of luck this season. When you need a locally owned company that you can trust, look no further. For over 20 years, we have offered all of our customers the best products and services in the industry. Whether it's residential or commercial, we got you covered. Give us a call or visit our website.
Entertain your children and grandchildren with videos that teach character and good values, like obedience, kindness, gratitude, love of country, and self-worth. You know, just plain old common sense.
Welcome back to Reed Field. That was number 15, Tristan Wiley, with the cramp. So with that heat starting to affect these Vian players.
Yeah, again, that's what Coach Beller said. We're just going to wear them out, and we're going to do that every game. It's going to be like that, but especially when the heat's like it is. This third quarter, guys, has taken, we've been playing this one for a while.
Yeah. First down and 10 for the Warriors. As Cantrell takes the snap. Pass goes to Nate Roberts, and he is knocked out by number 3, Nathan Greasy. Knocked down at the 30-yard line. Nate Roberts has gotten bigger over the last year. I didn't think it could happen.
That's what I told you and Stuart both. Like, I feel like Roberts and Alexander are a head taller than they were last year, and they were 6'2", 6'3" on the stat sheet last year.
Yeah.
Like, they're
added some weight.
They're men.
Well, with the helmets and everything, they're probably 6'6".
A little different formation there by the Warriors as they do some pre-snap smoke and mirrors, and the handoff goes to Cade Norman up the middle. A couple yards on a play will bring up third down.
Down short of the first down.
You know, guys, you talked about me being in the Hall of Fame. Coach Beller was the Coach of the Year in high school football last year.
Yeah, and you know, Stuart, being a former AD, you talked about bringing in great coaches here at Washington. You have Coach Beller, Coach K, getting those same accolades, and so did Coach Lampion in the softball field. And so the Warrior community is fortunate to have some great coaches here in their athletic program. As Cantrell takes the handoff and runs it to the right side and keeps some feet moving to bring it down the midfield.
Coach Beller can't like that. I'm just telling you right now, you don't want to see your starting quarterback. And I'm just wondering how much longer. I'm guessing this is the last series that we're going to see these guys out there.
Yeah.
They're starting to make some changes as we go, but
yeah, there's not a lot of experience. You know, you had Jackson Hendricks that has won some games as the backup quarterback last year, but this year you have Brakefield and Kinzer Scott as your backup quarterbacks, and so not a lot of experience if Cantrell were to get hurt. And I'm sure Coach Beller is going to be in his ear and saying there's no zone read. It is just straight handoff. As the pass goes to Singletary in the flats, and he tries to get to the outside and is pushed out of bounds at the last second by Wright, not before picking up a first down.
Wright did a good job of just pushing him out right there. He got by right there. He was gone to the races, but Singletary, one of them guys, man, you never know what's going to happen when he gets the ball in the flats.
No, very reliable hands. Again, you gotta like, if you're Major, you gotta like the weapons you get to play with on Friday nights here at Washington, with the tight ends and the receivers and the running backs you can hand off to, and then give it credit for the offensive line for giving them time to throw the ball to their players. Again, another play for Singletary as he gets the jet sweep.
Cut down out there.
5-yard pickup, picking up second down 5 with 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Warriors up 41-0.
Sulphur next week, gentlemen.
It's going to be a good game. Sulphur's
they are ranked, I think,
year.
number 5 in 3A.
When you remember last year, it took a knockdown pass on a 2-point conversion attempt to end the game. Cash Barrett, I think, tore his ACL on that play, and the quarterback for Sulphur. And so it was a highly contested ball game. Well-coached team. Coach Cole down there in Sulphur have his guys ready as the jet sweep goes to Mason Thomas, and he tries to hurdle over Wright, but misses him, and Wright looks a little slow getting up, but that'll be a fun trip down to the Arbuckle Mountains. Maybe we'll stop and get some fried pies down there.
Get down for that.
Maybe some Smoking Joes. But, yeah, that'll be a good matchup. Again, the Warriors not shying away from competition in this non-district slate.
I don't think they play this week either. I think they open up next week in week 1 against us.
They're bringing in a new quarterback. Played a little bit after Barrett got injured. Cantrell takes the snap, hands it off to Norman up the middle, looking for a seam, and patient running by the senior tailback. Takes it down to the 25-yard line for a long gain on the first down.
These guys are shifty.
Yeah.
They get to the hole quick, and then they make people miss.
And they're not, like you said, you can see some agility there where they're not just trying to run over anybody. They're letting the play develop, and we saw that with Hudson Howard in that long touchdown run where he was patient and let Cage Morris provide blocking for him.
Well, you guys forget they got some experience last year. I mean, I know it was a Cole Scott show last year, but man,
wide open touchdown on the post route to Mason Thomas. 25-yard touchdown pass. That is Major Cantrell's third of the evening as the Warriors go up 47-0.
Major started to get keyed in here, third TD of the night. But going back to what I was saying, man, Howard, he got some reps last year. Cade Norman got some reps last year before he got hurt. Came back at the end of the year. But man, these guys, this ain't their first test, man. This backfield is going to put up some yards this year. I mean, we've got 4 TDs out of Howard tonight already. Home opener of the year, and I imagine we're going to see that as the year progresses.
Thomas now in for the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. With 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Warriors lead 48-0. You're watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Go to musicmunchkins.com to stream or order DVDs. And you'll be proud to see some of our own younger Washington Warriors in action. That's musicmunchkins.com.
Go Warriors!
Warrior fans, there's a credit union designed for our community by our community members, Growing Oaks Federal Credit Union. We offer a wide array of banking services, a drive-up ATM, and money tools that will move you forward. Come and be a part of our member-owned, not-for-profit financial institution that knows you by name and has your best interest in mind. We're located behind Goldsby Store. We're here for you. Federally insured by NCUA. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field. Warriors up 48-0. TJ Schultz here with Kyle Harrison, Stuart McPherson. In the first game of the 2023 season as the Warriors look to repeat as Class 2A state champions. Winning their second state championship in state history, or school history, excuse me, last year as the ball is rolling around. It looks like we got it again. We'll see what the officials say. Yep. And the Warriors have it. Not sure who got it. Jake Coles is right there. It looks like he might have recovered that ball. I see 36. Wyatt Wilk in the picture as well.
Here we go with the second offense.
Yeah, run the ball. Quarterback sneaks. Do whatever you got to do.
Victory formation.
Whoever's on the play clock, keep that thing slow. I mean, if you look at the sidelines, Vian they only have about 20 guys left on the sidelines, where the Warriors have about 50.
Stuart, it cooled off down there, anybody?
Oh, yeah, it's so cool down here. I did bring a little sweatshirt. I might have put it on. It's in my backpack. Not.
New in at quarterback is number 7, Kinzer Scott. Running back is number 30, Blake Heiliger. Number 25, Cade Babcock, talented freshman receiver. In as the handoff goes to Blake Heiliger. And no gain on the play.
Stacked up near the line of scrimmage.
Bring up second down. Dawson Thomas in at receiver as well, 66. Jackson Bird, lineman, 58. Sam Cantrell, also 79. Chance Phillips getting some playing time as well as Ethan Clark. Third quarter clock is about to tick off. We'll take it to break. Warriors up 48-0.
Fans, is your air conditioner making a sound like it's ready to take off? Is your heater not producing enough heat to take the chill out of the air? Then call Airfare Heat and Air. Dwayne Branham, Noah Zamora, owners of Airfare, are proud supporters of the Washington Warriors and are hometown guys with a hometown company that will give you great pricing on Luxair and Climate Master geothermal HVAC systems. Need service on your existing equipment? Call them today at 405-626-1989 to schedule a service visit. That's Airfare Heat and Air.
Quick start here to the fourth quarter. Kendra Scott with, looks like Wyatt Wilk next to him. Handoff goes to Case Alexander on the jet sweep. There is a penalty on the play.
Case Alexander, the ball carrier.
That's what we don't need.
Flags on the play.
Well, as long as that clock keeps running. Looks like the coach is trying to get personnel lined up.
Yeah, they want to get people together.
Yeah.
And have them close so they can make substitutions real quick.
Well, the other thing is these are, you got some freshmen out here, sophomores that haven't played a whole lot, and the coaches are coaching them just as hard as the varsity, the older guys, and so they got to be ready to go. Act like they've had some practice before. It's Kendra Scott set to take the snap. Sending Dawson Thomas in motion. Handoff goes to Wyatt Wilk, and he is smashed at the line of scrimmage. We take a Purcell Vision Source instant replay on that one.
52. Wilk gets a handoff here, and this 52 cash call is just coming in.
Yeah,
Strange coming through, buddy.
Yeah, that is one of
but
the
you say that, these guys got to be used to that. A lot of these guys play scout team and take it against the ones every week. So
yeah, I mean that's that's kind of a catch-22 there. You get to play on this talented team, but then if you're on the scout team, you got to go against Nathan Spalding every day. You might just be like, I might start cramping myself as Wilk takes the handoff, looking for a hole to the right side. The senior running back.
Carry. Tackle from behind by number 55.
Gains a couple yards on the play. Bring up fourth down.
Again, 4 yards.
Again, you got to give a shout out to Scott Stephanie Mendel for providing the instant replay. We'll get this better as the year goes on.
TJ will get it better.
Yeah, last year was the first year we had it. It's been a while, boys and girls. It's basketball season, I think. So.
Did y'all do replay during basketball season?
Yeah, we had some basketball. It's kind of harder in basketball because there's not a lot of downtime. So only when there's a foul or timeout. So we'll get you another replay here. See if Wilk can get another carry as Scott hands it off to Wyatt. Running to the left side behind his lineman. Looking for a hole here is Wyatt. Gained some yards on the play. It's going to be a turnover on down. But again, you see good vision by the senior running back to wait for his blocks to set up. Trying to put that ball closer to deeper in Washington territory for the Vian Wolverines because there's 9:50 left to go.
Guys, you were talking about depth at quarterback. Well, I talked with Coach Beller about that some, and he said, we've got, again, you got Kinzer, you've got another sophomore in Brakefield, I believe, and then you got a freshman that's just moved in. And he said we can go with Cade Norman if we need to. We can go with Nate Roberts.
That's true. Nate Roberts nearly pitched the last inning.
Everybody forgets he used to
might have been
swing it. He's a baseball guy.
Yeah, pitched the last inning of the state championship game is right. Looks for a hole, and he's got room to run. And Dawson Thomas tries to catch him, not able to, as he's being chased down the sideline by number 15, Cone Scarborough, and he breaks the tackle and is in for the touchdown, a 71-yard touchdown run by Mason Wright. Gives the Wolverines their first score of the evening.
Shows guys in the 2s and 3s got to wrap up.
Right, that's going to be
several chances there to take him down, but you got a one running back against some 2s and 3s. You don't wrap up, you're going to pay the price.
Well, that's the thing. Is like if you want to be playing in those first 2 or 3 quarters, you got to make plays in the fourth quarter, and they weren't able to do that on that particular play. But all on the film, so they'll get a chance to look at that as number 16, Tyrick Mosley, is on for the extra point attempt. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. There's 9:25 to go. Warriors lead 48-7. Watching Warrior football on WashingtonWarriors.tv.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Hi, I'm Jake Coles, number 28 for the Washington Warriors. My mom, Sonia, with the Santa Fe Agency, is a graduate of Washington High School and a longtime Washington Warriors and Lady Warriors supporter. As an independent agency, Santa Fe has the ability to write policies with a variety of insurance companies, so finding the right fit for you, the customer, is easier. Please reach out to Sonia for your next insurance quote, whether it be on your house, auto, boat, RV, or commercial needs.
Oklahoma Career Tech's been serving up skills to doers just like you for over 100 years.
But this ain't your great Grammys and Pop Tech school.
Oklahoma's favorite place to learn new skills keeps learning new tricks. Everyone knows the best way to learn is to do it yourself. Sir, you okay? Because you shouldn't have to wait to do.
Welcome back to Reed Field. Wolverines get on the scoreboard after a 71-yard touchdown run by Mason Wright. Makes it 48-7 with 9:25 to go in the ball game. Mosley kicks it deep. Dawson Thomas looking to run right up the middle. Nice block, springs him free. He's past midfield to the 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, touchdown! Dawson Thomas, the sophomore, with the kickoff return for a touchdown.
I was just about to say, after that Vian drive right there, it'd be nice to run one back right here. You saw Dawson just get that little bit of seam, man, turn on that burst of speed, and he's gone. He got some jets.
Well, that's a good makeup play for him. You got to see that from a player. He kind of missed. He kind of got out of position on that tackle on right, and then comes up and makes up for it there on that kickoff return. So, got to be happy for that young man. Very talented player in his own right. Able to score that touchdown in the first game of the season to put the Warriors up 54-7. Older brother Mason Thomas on for the extra point attempt. So you got mom and daddy got to be happy about that. Both sons with touchdowns tonight. And then they'll probably have to go tomorrow and cook some barbecue because they got some good barbecue. Thomas punches that through the upright. That was free, Meat Monkey. Yeah. That's free advertising right there.
Joe, you want to get on the next one? You got
to provide us with one of the monkey fries. 55-7, 9:13 to go in the ball game. We'll take a break.
What you love. Whatever you choose to do, do you. Oklahoma Career Tech.
Air Product Supply would like to wish Jackson Hendricks and the Washington Warriors the best of luck this football season. Air Product Supply is your local Client Master and Lux Air distributor, supplying quality HVAC equipment and parts to Oklahoma and Texas. Give us a call at 405-288-0233 and we will get you in contact with a local, licensed, and trusted contractor near you. This is Tyler Beller, the voice of Air Product Supply, signing off. Go Warriors!
Welcome back to Reed Field. TJ Scholes here with Kyle Harris. Warriors up 55-7. 9:13 left to go in the ballgame after a kickoff return touchdown by number 21, sophomore Dawson Thomas. Answering the touchdown score by Mason Wright. The Warriors set up for a kickoff. They're kind of struggling to get guys in. Number 31, slow in getting on the field. That is Gage Hunter, the freshman, on special teams. Tanner Olson now teeing off as number 5, Jacob Brannick back to receive. He does get the ball as it bounces at the 20, looking to get back to the left side, and he is wrapped up by number 44. I believe that is Jordan Kilmer.
Tackles.
Making that tackle. Called his name a lot last year on the special teams. College football starting tomorrow. Got Notre Dame and Navy in Ireland, Kyle.
That'll be a wild one. It's in Ireland?
In Ireland. The triple option making its way overseas.
You got the Warrior Band going to Ireland next year.
Yep, they're selling mattresses on September 10th, I believe, in the event center. So if you guys need a new mattress, we'll get you a deal and help.
What kind of mattresses are we talking here?
I think they're good ones. I talked to Jordan Ford, of course, program led by Jordan Ford and Cody Sark. They're a great program. Won sweepstakes last year in Class 3A, so one of the best in the state. And yeah, they're not cheapo ones. They're not buying a bed of straw, Kyle. I'm looking into that. So
sleep number, we're talking,
you know,
Tempur-Pedic, we're talking the purple mattress.
Yeah, you're counting sheep. You can go in there, test them out in the event center, maybe take a nap, make sure the AC's on. Hopefully it's not 120 degrees outside in September, but yeah.
Tempur-Pedic did me wrong, so they'll never get on the scoring stream. I'll promise you that.
And we haven't sounded like a bunch of old people tonight talking about mattresses, and I don't know. Short yardage gain there on first down by the Wolverines. It is 2nd and 9 with 8:19 to go and ticking. Wright keeps the ball. Now he's running up the right side. And he is pushed out of bounds by Dawson Thomas. Looks like he just got there a little bit late. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty on Thomas. Couldn't hold up at the end there. Scarborough was chasing him out of bounds. Thomas, a little bit too much.
That's one of them that's kind of debatable right there. You know, Coach Brad Beller there just kind of point to his head. You know, use your head right there.
Yeah, and again, he didn't do anything egregious. He just was out of bounds and he made contact. It wasn't necessary. He didn't take Wright down or anything. But
55-7, everything's going to get called.
Exactly. And these officials doing a good job of not letting anything get out of hand, get too chippy. Clock runs at 8.
Especially on their sideline.
Exactly. Now we got a encroachment on the Warriors, so that'd be another 5-yard penalty as the Warriors lined up off sides. Get the new lineman in there, 77, Chaser Phillips in as well.
20 yards of freebies. These young guys may get talking to by the seniors, gassers next week when it's 100+ degrees.
Exactly. I saw them running the other day, and I was like, Nice tackle there, met by Blake Heiliger in the backfield. Was the running back, number 7, Fletcher for Vian. Heiliger trying to...
How about some scores, guys?
Let's hear
them. Got Jones and Bethany in the fourth quarter, 20-14 Jones. Bethany scored here lately. Rich Creek, 42, Lexington 0. That's a final. Pauls Valley, 31. Lindsay, 16. That's in the third. Purcell finished it out 13-0 over Alva. Kingston Medill, that's tied at 14. Kingston will be in our district next year. Frederick playing at home against Wellington, Texas. They're getting beat 22-0 in the third quarter.
Spun down by number 60 for the Warriors.
Then we had OCS. OCS is up 14-0 over Christian Heritage.
It'll be interesting to see how OCS looks this year with the new coach Tanner Roof coming in from Edmond North, a Roof family of well-documented coaching tree, and you got to think that he's going to have that team keeping it rolling like they have been in the previous years. Nice tackle there by Hunter Sanders, a good-looking defensive end for the Warriors. Able to stop Fletcher before he's able to pick the first down up. Wright keeps the ball, now looking for a way to run. And nice tackle there by Dawson Thomas. Good job. Not before Wright's able to pick up the first down. You got to hope. I mean, if you're Vian, I don't know if I'm playing right now. You know, this first game of the season, game's out of hand. He's obviously your best player, and I understand getting some guys some numbers, getting them some yardage, but
one loss is not going to cure your season either.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, you gotta,
but if you lose that, if you lose number 2, you're going to have more than one loss. You know what I'm saying? First down and 10 for the Wolverines. 6:04 to go in the ball game. As Wright attempts a pass, and it is completed.
Wright's pass is complete.
Might be the first completion of the game to Nathan Creasy.
Creasy, tackle on the play by number 25.
Got to give it up to Vian, though. They might have been kind of a test tonight. The two quarterbacks between Ellis and Wright. We've seen Wright back there quite a bit. And he's kind of impressed me more throwing the ball than Ellis. I mean, the first half, they didn't throw the ball one time.
Right. Both of them are good. Both of them talented runners as they both line up in the backfield right now. You can see they both have their quarterback towels on the back of them, so you can tell they kind of have a different option sometimes.
Wright's got the true quarterback towel, though. It's hanging down to his shoelaces.
First down pickup for the Wolverines.
Line of scrimmage will be the 12-yard line.
Guys, we had a great crowd here tonight.
I meant to mention that earlier at the beginning of the game. I mean, it was no seats available in the stands. People lined up on the west side or north side of the fence line and in the end zone of the facility. And so just packed. I'm sure Mr. Newby's going to like that gate when he takes that money to the superintendent's office. Fade pass knocked away by Babcock. Great play by the freshman receiver corner for the Warriors.
Babcock did a good job right there. Just coming over the top, playing his position, waiting, high pointing that ball, and just getting up. What's Babcock listed at here?
He's right around the 6-foot range, but he's very athletic.
He's got some hops to him.
Yeah, very athletic, multi-sport athlete for the Warriors, and getting his first taste of varsity football this year. Very good receiver too, and so you lose Cade Morris and Max Wilson this year, but don't be surprised if Cade Babcock makes some plays this year. Wright hands it off to Ellis, and he is tackled by Blake Ellinger, and we'll see who that number is. Looks like 66, Jackson Bird.
Ellis on the carry.
Also in the mix.
Doing a little bit better job wrapping up here, coming down the stretch. Really struggled that first drive Vian had when the 2s and 3s came in. They ran it down our throat, but doing a good job closing gaps here and making tackles.
Third down, 9 from the 11.
As mentioned before, the Warriors will take the trip down I-35 to Sulphur next week.
And it doesn't get easier for Vian, guys. I think next week they have got Victory Christian.
Wow. Yeah, they started off, and I think they got maybe like Eufaula after that. They have 3 teams there.
Yeah.
Same thing for Jones. We'll play Jones in the third game of this non-district slate, and they'll have Lincoln Christian, I believe, next week, and then have to play us as Mason Wright runs in for his second touchdown of the evening.
On the 11-yard line.
Nice running there by the sophomore running back, and he finds a hole on the right side and gets into the end zone. Make it 55-13.
Mason Wright kind of limping off the field.
On the 11-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I think he's a little tired.
He's a little tired coming down the stretch here.
An athlete like him playing both ways, so his evening his evening's probably done. As number 16 for the Wolverines, Tyrus Mosley, freshman, 5'3", 115 pounds. Kicks it through the left of the uprights and makes it 55-13. Take a break.
B&H Construction is a proud Warrior partner. They are the leading directional drilling contractor with major operational hubs all over Oklahoma and in Texas. Their involvement in and support of our community goes far beyond utility construction. They're also a good neighbor and friend. When experience and safety count, your best source for directional drilling is B&H Construction. Go Warriors!
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
Don't mind me.
All right, back here at Reed Field, TJ Schultz here with Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson. We'll be going to Cracker Barrel tomorrow morning. Get some grits.
Yeah, I'll get some grits.
I know you like the grits. 55-13, Warriors lead the Wolverines as Max Wilson calls for the fair catch inside the 10-yard line. Make it to the 20. So yeah, we got some college football coming up.
Next Thursday is what I'm looking forward to. Got some good games Thursday. Who's I see on ESPN's playing Thursday? I'm gonna have to look that up.
OSU, are they playing
Playing USA.
Who?
OSU's playing USA. No, they're playing Central Arkansas School of Mine or something like that.
Central, the Miners, yeah.
Who's OU playing?
OU plays Dallas Cowboys, I think. We'll make them look like them anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure. OU's non-conference schedule is a little weaker than it used to be because they had Georgia on the schedule, but then the move to the SEC had them cancel that as the Warriors trot on a player late. Number 34, Xander Portillo, making his first appearance in the game. Kendra Scott. Or excuse me, that's number 19. That's the freshman. Move in from Florida. That is Micah Smith in at quarterback. Lucas Witcher on the carry.
Okay, Utah or Florida will be Thursday night.
Thursday? Florida. We watched, me and Nicole, got to get a shout out to my wife, Nicole, watching at home. We watched the Swamp People, whatever, on Netflix. Great little show there. Talking about the Florida Gators when Urban Meyer got there.
We've got Colorado TCU next week, man.
Colorado's off. Maybe prime time to get them going.
See if Brian can
prime time.
Bring them up to a TCU standard.
Everybody home. Micah Smith keeping the ball and running to the left side and running out of bounds. Not keep that clock running. Bring up third down and short. Oh, they got him down at it's second and 8. I guess I thought he was down at the.
That's a penalty.
Okay. Penalty flag on the play. The holding is a call against the Warriors.
Must be the shorts.
2:03 left to go in the ball game. Warriors up 55-13.
All in all, we poke fun at this officiating crew. They've been pretty good tonight, Stuart.
This is a very experienced crew here. They've called some state finals, so good bunch of guys.
Number 25, breaking tackles. That is Cade Babcock on the jet sweep, and there's that athleticism we talked about as he's able to push the ball past the 40-yard line.
And keep the ball in bounds.
Exactly. Most importantly, and he's able to gain about 37 yards on that play. 40 yards on that play. And again,
he said, I need out. I'm tired.
A lot of running. He started on the left side of the field and brought that ball back to the right side as the clock keeps on ticking. A minute and 30 seconds left to go. Got to think only a handful of plays left for this Warrior team, and very impressive, I guess, week 0, Stuart? This be a week 0 game?
Say it again?
This is a week 0 victory for the Warriors? This isn't a week 1, right?
Right, this is 0.
Yeah, week 0 is, looks like Alexander's able to handle that bad snap, or not bad snap. Micah Smith not able to handle that. Smith, Chase Alexander able to take it. But impressive victory, fellas, for the Warriors. Started off kind of slow. I think that might be just because you have high expectations from a team that returns so many players off a state championship run, which can be unfair at times to judge a team like that. But they got going, boys, and I think you saw the potential.
Started out slow, though, but Hudson Howard put up 4 TDs. So we talked about it earlier, TJ. Vian did come in with a good game plan. They ran double safety set. They knew we were going to try to throw the ball and force us to run it. But, man, give it up to Howard. 4 TDs and like Coach Beller said, kind of something that they didn't see that they weren't expecting was that double safety set and kind of forced them to run the ball. But Howard coming in, putting up 4 TDs, I think 141 yards there, and then came out with a 60-yard run. I think he ended up with 194.
Close to 200, yeah.
Close to 200 to end the night for him. So you really can't ask for much better. And then second half, Major really got dialed in with a little pass game, 3 TDs. And both Thomas brothers and I think who was the other one, Singletary?
Alexander got a touchdown. You know, Thomas got a touchdown, and Max Wilson got his first touchdown. And so we got 3 touchdown passes, and kind of just, you know, we talked about it a little bit last year too. You pick your poison with this offense, and then
gonna have some cannons.
And then give the credit to the defense too. I mean, basically a shutout with your starters.
Yeah.
And so, Stuart, this team, again, looking pretty good. I know expectations are high. You don't want to put that pressure to repeat, but you know, you got to like that they're not, I guess, hung over from last year's state championship.
And guys, if we don't have that expectation of winning another state championship, you're not a Washington Warrior, because this is a bunch that's got a bunch of seniors. They've been there, and they want to be back there again. And whoever shows up on the other side, they'll be ready to play. And good start tonight here in week 0. And but again, Coach Beller talks about it, and it's the truth. These 3 games really don't mean anything because they're non-district games. If we lose all 3, we lose all 3. No big deal. We just get ready to go play district play with Frederick after like September the
22nd or something.
Like yeah. It'll be a Thursday night. It'll be a Thursday night trip to Frederick. So let's don't get too wrapped up in these, but we want to win. It doesn't matter. We're turning the lights on. We're showing up. We want to win.
Yeah, Warriors again coming away with a 55-13 victory, an impressive victory over a young, talented Vian squad. Again, mark my words, Kyle. Next year, they'll be in Class 2A2. Their 2A is being broken down into 2 classes.
Yeah, you talked about that earlier, but let's talk about that a little bit. Next year, Class 2A, I think 3A. I read about the OSSA the other day, but there's several. They're going to 1 and 2.
Yeah, 2A, Class A, and Class B.
2 separate classes within the class. So.
Yeah, and Vian will be in that 2A2, and they will be a favorite, a contender, if not a favorite, in Class 2A2 with this young, talented team. And so they'll be in the mix in the playoffs. They have a tough district that they play in as well. But the Warriors, again, give hats off to them. They did a great job, took care of business, and they'll be back next week against the talented Sulphur team and get ready to be tested. We'll be there to bring it to you. Kyle Harris and Stuart McPherson and TJ Scholes saying good night and go Warriors.
Hey, Warrior fans, this is Brian Arthur. My wife Jennifer and I are proud sponsors of the Washington Warriors.